Uh-oh, we're live. It's Thursday. I don't know who's around. I just got back from the diner. I just figured maybe do a Thursday live chat. I talked to Arch's Garage. Maybe Arch will join me. I know he's doing some stuff with his daughter. We'll see. But anybody's out there. I sent a couple people some links. We'll see if anyone's out there looking, watching, whatever. I'll throw the link in the chat as well. And we'll see if there's anybody out there. There's the link. Hey, Randy's there. What's going on? Couple in the house. A nice, breezy, cool Thursday night. Not too bad. Hope all is well with you, Randy. Oh, man. But we'll see if anybody else shows up. About 63 degrees here. It's not bad. Nice day. Nice May day. June, what? Saturday, I think it's June 1st. So coming quick. Coming quick. Anywho, let's see. Jim's kids are usually in bed around 9 or so. So I don't know unless unless he sees it. I think he doesn't. Him and Gary Bernanke, they usually. Well, Gary might come on, but Jim usually is 9 o'clock or later, whatever. So Lewis, hello, Brock. Link is up there. So just figured I was talking to Arch's Garage, and I said, "You want to do a live?" He's like, maybe. So we'll see. See what happens. See if anybody comes up. It's a Thursday night. Usually Thursday night's the night that all the kids go out and the bars are busy and the diners are busy and everyone's looking forward to Friday. So anywho, small engines. This week I've got a tractor with broken fins on the flywheel. The fins were missing. Doesn't know how it happened, but all the fins are gone, so I had to order that. And he said, "Oh, battery's good. The solenoid's bad, or switch is bad, or starter's bad." Yeah, battery had 2.4 volts. Yeah, no, battery was not good and needed all kinds of water and stuff like that. What's up, Hank?
How you doing?
The I-84 doing?
It cleared up. They had a procession, I guess they call it.
What you said a cop got killed or something, or what happened?
Yeah, he was from Southington, and he got hit by another vehicle. As he was making a stop.
Today, or this was like a tribute to him, or what was this?
No, today it happened.
Oh, that's
today.
what I'm saying. Yeah, okay. No, you said procession. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, well, that's what they had, over 500 cars there.
Really? Holy cow!
Wow. So they were, after they were leaving, they all got together and they went down a highway.
Holy cow! What do you say? He was making a routine stop or something?
Okay. Yeah, he was making a routine stop. Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks. Oh, crazy! What'd you end up doing today? Yard work or what? Flowers?
Today was I was in the shed. I finished up putting my sound bar in for my monitor, and then I was working on. I did the carburetor on that Toro recycler.
Oh yeah, I told you I got $1.25 for you. So
yeah, as soon as I'm done.
Yeah, no worries.
I don't know how much he wants to wait, but I mean,
his son just bought a house, so there's no rush. So
okay,
no big deal. So, Mr. Clem, what's going on?
So, what are you doing up?
Nah, it just got done with the diner, and I texted Arch. I was watching Arch's video at the diner, and I texted him. I said, "You want you up for a live?" And he goes, "Yeah, maybe." So I figured, let me come on. He was doing something real quick with his daughter, and then he said he might come up. So that'd be good.
Yeah,
that's all. Hey, William, Mr. Dobe, what's going on, brother? So yeah, Tom's popping out a lot of videos lately.
Tom?
Dobie. Yeah, he's throwing out a bunch of videos.
Oh, Tom Dobie, yeah. Every day is a video.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, I ordered that carburetor stand from Scott, Greasy Shop Rag.
Uh-huh.
I went to his eBay store and I ordered that, so that should be coming Monday, they said. So a little pricey, but, we got to support each other. So we'll see. See what happens when that comes.
Well, I was going to say, it's only a little piece of angle.
It's angle iron with a magnet glued to the back of it and a couple pins sticking out. Yeah, but still, like I said, support his channel. That's all.
Yeah.
But Anywho, yeah, I got so much work for this weekend. Everyone's asking me if I'm doing the stream on Saturday. I said I don't know yet, to be honest. I mean, we had fun last week with Arch, but the problem is we go on at like 7, 8 o'clock. All the UK and people over there, they're asleep. You know,
That's right. Yep.
yeah, it's the only reason we do it at 2 o'clock on a Saturday.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah,
but we'll see.
that was fun with Arch. How do you
Oh yeah.
like it? I mean,
Oh no, he enjoyed it. I said he likes when we do the Hollywood Squares with all the people and this and that, and he has a good time. So, but he definitely, I'm sure he enjoys doing it the way he does it, where he can put in video clips and the way
yeah,
his format's totally different than mine. My
I bet.
format, like this Hollywood Squares we talk about, but his is more, not scripted, but he does have a list of things he wants to accomplish.
Right,
With me, the first hour is trying to be technical, and the rest is just whatever.
exactly.
So no big deal. No big deal. Yeah, Adobe puts out some good videos.
Yeah, I was just watching the video on that Cub Cadet. I'm not
Hmm.
finished with it yet, but and then you came on.
Yeah, nothing planned. Then would you get the email I sent you, or did you get a notification?
I got a notification
Oh, you
today.
did. Okay, all right. Yeah, because some people saying I know a lot of my subscriptions that I do, they'll disappear after a while. All of a sudden, I'll go on, it'll say subscribe, and I'm like, well, I've been subscribed, but
Yeah.
sometimes it knocks you out.
Yep.
So
So how
anyway.
come Dobie doesn't come up? Come on up, Dobie.
Oh,
Yeah,
crazy. But yeah, like the other night when you and I went, I got a nice hamburger tonight. It was nice.
yeah, good,
A
good.
real thick hamburger. It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the other day was National Hamburger Day.
Oh, was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Spark Check R. I got one of those. I like it. I like it for so like Kawasaki's, when you have a dead cylinder, you don't have to take a spark plug wire off. You just hook that up and done deal.
Well, I'll tell you that Toro that I'm working on right now is there was no way to get that spark checker on unless you take the cover off.
Oh, it was that tight in there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, some of the newer ones with the metal cover over the
Right.
plug, yeah, you can't. There's no exposed wire really. Yeah. A
Yep.
lot of times I'll take off that metal cover. It's just stamped cover. A lot of
Yeah.
times I'll take that off and just have a regular boot on there. You know.
Yeah.
But let's see. You haven't. But who's blocking? I'm not blocking you, William. I am definitely not blocking you. The link's right here, William. Right there. Try it. I'm not blocking you. Shouldn't be.
No.
Uh, Mr. Solo, another Canadian. How are you, Dan? Uh, Anywho.
Yeah.
Oh, you coming up, Mr. Clem, or what? Yeah, but Bill, it depends on where you want to go for it. There's a lot of places you can get it. Mick actually got it cheaper than we got it. It was like $69 when we buy him here. Mick got it for like $40. I don't know how
Yeah.
he did that. Yeah, yeah, it was crazy. Yeah.
No,
Uh,
it's a good tool. I mean,
yeah,
for the fact that when you yeah, when you're working on
yeah,
regular push mowers, you
yeah.
can't see in front of you.
Yeah,
They
because
used
if
to have the plug in the back.
oh yeah, the
Now,
old style, the Eager ones. Yeah, had the plug in
yeah,
the back. Yeah, yeah,
now they put them in the front like that.
yeah. Hey, Mr. Andrews, how are you, Tom? Haven't seen him in a while. Hope all is well. Did I tell you my daughter got another teaching job finally?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it'd be
yeah.
nice. Yeah, it's like an agri-science type
Mm.
teaching where they do agriculture and stuff too. So that'd be cool. Yeah, so she's looking forward to that. Power outage. Uh-oh. Oh, you got one of those microprocessor controlled furnace things? 300. Holy crap. Wow. Wow. That's all right, Tom. I don't depend on this to pay the rent, so not a big deal. Big Sons, how are you? Good to see you. Hey, Barry Ewall. Hello, Barry. How are you?
Very, yeah.
But yeah, like I said, this started. I was at the diner. I texted Arch, and Arch. I said, "Come on, Arch, let's go live." He's like, "Okay." So, and watch him not show up, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Crazy. We gotta get down there, Hank. Go visit Arch. That'd be fun. Go to lunch. You know,
Yeah,
take
yeah,
take another ride to LI. Uh,
yeah. But is he's closer than the Pates, right?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to think. You know what I'd love to do though? I'd love to get to what's his face to who's our buddy over there?
Henry?
No, no, no,
With
no, no. The other one, closer to the west, to the east coast. Oh crap! With the beautiful workshop. What's
yeah,
his name?
Boneyard.
Shoot. Boneyard. I'd love to get together with him too.
Yeah.
Get all of us together. Have a nice picnic lunch. We'll bring hot dogs and hamburgers to Pate's. He can cook.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah, Christina, here, cook.
Yeah. No, we'll show up at Henry's with a couple coolers. Say, come on, Hank.
Yeah.
So anyway, DNR. Hello, David. How are you?
David?
But nobody else is coming up. That's strange.
I know, huh?
I sent a few links out. I don't know if Wayne was busy, if there's any fights on tonight or anything. So we'll see. What are you eating, John? Anything good? I had a hickory bacon and cheddar burger tonight. That was really good. Nice thick burger. It's probably about 3/4 of an inch thick. It was nice. Not like that McDonald's, Burger King. What are they, 1/8 inch thick? They're not even burgers.
I'll eat at Wendy's. I won't eat at.
Oh, no, Wendy's is good. Yeah, fresh. Wendy's is nice, fresh. Yeah. It's funny, in our cafeteria at work, they actually make smash burgers now. They'll weigh up by the pound. You buy the ground beef by the pound. They weigh it up, and then they smash it on the grill and put whatever you want in it. It's pretty cool.
Oh, okay, cool.
Roadrunner, hello. How are you? Leftover grilled burger and sausage dog. Oh, that's good. I love a good sausage and pepper grinder. Well, we got the carnivals and fairs coming up now. You're going to see all the carnies. They were saying in New York City, or in New York, anyway, all the carnival rides and stuff, the elevator technicians for the city of New York, they're the ones that have to inspect the rides. It's the elevator inspectors that do that. I was like, what do they know about rides? But they actually get tasked with inspecting carnival rides, the city of New York's elevator technicians. Yeah. Wow. I heard it on the news this morning. They were interviewing the guys, and they're like, how do you test them? He says, elevator, we just jump in them and see if they break. It's like, I hope you don't do it from the top floor.
See if they break.
But
yeah, kind of late when they break.
Hardee's. I haven't been to a Hardee's in ages because I don't think they have any up here. Do they?
Not anymore. They used
to. The last Hardee's I was in, I think, was in North Carolina.
Yeah, they used to have one in New Britain.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Man. Anywho, we'll see if Arch shows up. What else you got working on? Anything else?
Well, I cut the grass the other day, and it finally came, and they fertilized today.
Oh, they did? Okay. Yeah, that's
which
good.
is the first time they did it for the year, because I had trouble with them not showing up when they were supposed to.
But had you paid them already or anything?
No, but they were supposed to send a contract. They said they sent the contract, and I never got the contract. So I emailed them saying I don't have the contract. He emailed me back saying, all right, you don't have to sign it. Just let me know that you want it, the 5-step program. And I did. I emailed them, and I was still not getting any results. But I also told them that the street address he had under had road instead of drive.
Oh, okay. I got you.
So it might have went somewhere else, But when I talked to him the other day saying, hey, you coming or not, he says, well, I never got your email. He says, but I'll do it. I'll come tomorrow. And I did fix the road instead of the drive. I'm thinking, well, then you did get my email.
Yeah. There you go.
You lied to me.
William, I'm going to look you up because it's not in, when I just looked, I didn't see you there. Hold on. He's saying he's blocked, and I said, I didn't block you. Hold on.
Remember I said I was blocked?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't block anybody.
It's not that. You got to go into.
I'm in settings now. I'm trying to see.
Yeah, not you, him. He has to go into settings. Go into block that area where you block people and unblock you.
Oh, you think I'm blocked on his channel?
He blocked you, yes.
Oh, yeah, because I'm saying it's not blocked in mine.
He has to go into YouTube settings, go where it's where you block people.
Yeah.
Block you, because there's a whole list of people.
Really?
blocked. Yeah.
Okay. No, because I'm looking at it and I said I don't see him under blocked anything. That's what I'm saying.
No, it's him. He has to unblock.
Yeah. Interesting.
Because I don't know how you got blocked on mine, but I went in,
Yeah. Yeah.
you were blocked, so I had to
Huh.
unblock you.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Try that, William. See if under your settings. That's crazy.
Yep.
La, 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 la. Boom. Yeah, this weekend I got that Husqvarna. I got to clean up for that guy because he's got the cash ready to go. He's the one that got married Sunday, the wedding we went to.
Wow.
So I saw him at work yesterday. He wants that tractor. So I got that for him. I got another John Deere that a friend of mine got for free with like very little hours on it, but it's been sitting with the same gas in it for 3 years.
Ugh.
So, but it's a Nicky 2-barrel, you know, those pain in the ass Nickies.
Yeah.
So with those teeny holes that always get blocked. So I'm going to have to take it out and ultrasonic it. So
Yeah.
we'll see. No, but William, you may not have done it intentionally, but YouTube may have done it. You know what I'm saying? So if you go into your settings, look under blocking and see if my name is there, my channel's there. Because
Right.
the same thing happened with Hank. We never blocked each other, but I was blocked. So check and see. Because I just looked in my settings. You're not under my blocked. You're not. In fact, right now, if I click on you, all right, it says, do you want to block or do you want to ban? So I did. It's not. It's asking me if I want to. So you're not. So in fact, you wouldn't be able to comment here if you were blocked.
That's right.
Yeah, you're commenting, so you're not blocked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you were blocked, you wouldn't be able to comment. Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
That's
He's
weird.
he's got to go into his settings.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. So my propagation is working good. Every one of those cuttings I put in is still alive and doing well. All the seeds I've started are all germinating about 1.5 inches high.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to pot those or put them in the ground. Yeah, I've been cutting back a lot of top growth of a lot of this stuff. Holy smokes,
Yeah.
it's growing like crazy with all this water, you know. Yeah, so I'm not really, getting too involved in repairs because there's so much other work to be done too,
Oh, believe me, this time of year is the best time to work on the house too.
Yeah. And my wife, she just bought a couple, what do you call it, metal racks for her card stuff downstairs. So I put one together already. I got another one to put together.
Art said he's setting up, so hopefully he'll be up soon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but what beautiful weather, though, except for the rain the other day. But other than that, they're saying the next 3 days is going to be gorgeous.
I set out all my buckets to capture all that water.
Did you? We had a lot of it. I was surprised how much we had.
Yeah.
It poured a little bit, but then it just kept on raining. So good. My daughter put out her grub X, so hopefully she'll get rid of some of the grubs.
Yeah. I what do you call it? Have a rain barrel with a crack in it, and I've been patching it to keep the water in. And instead of the crack going down, it went up. So it's all. I got to get rid of that rain barrel. Get a real good one because it has a crack in it. And it's not good.
Do you use just a blue barrel, or is it one of those custom blow molded?
No. This is a huge rain barrel.
Really?
Yeah. It's got a screen top on top.
Okay.
And it has one way in, one way out.
Where's that on your? If I'm looking at the front of your house, where is it?
It's in the back.
No, back left.
Yeah. If you're looking at my back of my house, back right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's usually, isn't that covered with trees or bushes or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't see the rain barrel.
No, that's what I mean. I didn't see it last time. Interesting.
But it collects a lot of water.
Do you? It's just gravity that feeds it, or you have a pump?
No, on the bottom there's a spigot, and you turn the spigot on. I got a short hose.
Just the weight of it'll piss it out. Yeah, that's cool. Oh man. Yeah, I got 7 tomato plants I planted, and we'll see how they do. Maybe next year maybe where it's sloped on the side of my hill, I may do some raised beds where it's sloped because I get tons of sun. There's no problem with sun.
Is that where you were going to put the shed?
No, the shed's going to be in front of that, but in the back it's a sloped up where I cut all the trees down.
Yeah,
but it's sloped, so you'd have to make the raised beds like 90 degree and then
Oh,
fill it in with dirt or something.
yeah.
But with all the sun that's there, I'm just afraid of the critters because that's why I never do gardening that much anymore as far as veggies. Because I put in 100 plants one year, and the next day they were down to stubs.
Yeah.
And I said, forget. I spent like $100. It was like, forget it. And
Yeah.
then
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it pissed me off. And now with chipmunks, oh my god, we got a billion chipmunks.
Yeah.
Even though I blocked the holes in the wall, they're digging like they'll just dig holes. But a million, you're just walking my driveway, go right in front of you. You're like, there's, or on my deck, you
Yeah.
scoot out. It looked like I thought it was a rat. It was a chipmunk. You see with the stripes on them. You can see it's a
Right.
chipmunk. Yeah.
Well, my cat
Uh,
used to get rid of all the population, but
mm.
now the
That's
cat.
one thing I got, Dan. Raspberries, tons of all over. It's like ground cover where I am. Even in the lawn, like where I have my mulch and stuff, there's like red raspberries growing. There's tons of them. I don't know how to get rid of it.
Yeah, the raspberry plants are throwing shoots out.
Yeah,
Like
all over the place.
yeah.
You can tell because you got prickers. You try and grab it. You're like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Well, I have the blackberries.
We have those too. Those are the thick prickers, the thick ones.
I have the ones with no prickers.
Oh, really? Oh, mine are real thick. I even cut a bunch of them down. They still grew back. But the
Oh
black
yeah,
raspberries are nice and sweet.
yeah,
The red ones are usually sour until you get them just right. But by then, the animals get them.
yeah, yeah.
So, but anywho.
I lost a pump in my pond, so for some reason, lightning might have hit it or something.
Could be.
Yeah, so I put a new pump in. Had to redo
Does
that.
that have like a waterfall at all or just for circulating?
Just circulating.
Yeah, because it comes down the rocks, right? Does it come down the rocks?
No, I have a bigger pump for that, but that costs too much money to run.
Yeah.
Yeah, to have it run down, cascade down the rocks like a waterfall,
Mm-hmm.
it needs to pump it up 12 feet, and then but that's a lot of energy that pump has to have, and it costs money every day. Run that all day long.
Yeah. Ray McCarty just sent me tomato plants, 6 foot tall tomato plants.
Oof, yeah. Does
nice
it
to
get
have.
any tomatoes on it?
It looks like, well, right now it just looks like foliage, but
Oh.
see, with me and that, the squirrels, the chipmunks, they would eat the hell out of it. Oh, that's your tomatoes, Ray? Oh, cool. Did any fruit on it yet? It looks like just foliage right now, unless the fruit's hidden. Yeah, Ray's here. There's Ray.
Hey, Ray. Yeah, I thought if the tomato plants get too long, too tall, that they don't produce.
Oh.
Because it's all in the growth in the top.
Yeah, because I usually strip off like 6 inches of leaves and make it sideways, bury it, because it turns into root.
Yep.
I was always told plant them sideways. See, you have an outdoor cat. I don't have an outdoor cat. If one of my old cat, Mimi, if Mimi was around, I'd grow anything. But now that Virgil is an indoor cat, because he got sick one time and we didn't know what the deal was, so now we just keep him inside. I didn't. You never know if they're going to eat a rat that's got poisoned or a mouse or something. Who knows? Or even the fertilizer on the lawns. That kind of shit. Something.
Yeah.
When he got really sick a few years ago, we said that's it. He's staying in. So we don't have to worry about ticks. We don't have to worry about any of that.
I got so many rabbits. Oh man.
Oh yeah, this year for some reason there's tons of rabbits.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mother, they usually burrow a nest in my mother's backyard, and I scalped one of them 2 years ago. The thing looked up and it took off some of its forehead,
Yeah.
and it was still alive. It was just looked like someone scalped him with a tomahawk, So,
yeah.
But anyway, Jeff is here. Hello, Jeff. But anywho, where the hell is Arch? Come on, Arch. Let's go.
A lot of lonely soldiers out there today.
Scroll. Oh yeah, they love peanuts. They absolutely love peanuts.
Who's that?
No, even the squirrels. I know squirrels love the peanuts. But
well,
my cat.
Problem with feeding squirrels peanuts, give you a little story. The house that we were renting, I used to feed the squirrels peanuts all the time. I used to, they'd come close to me, real close, and I'd give them peanuts and everything. And then when I stopped giving them peanuts, and we moved out, they came in the house through the chimney.
Really?
Yeah. And they didn't know how to get out because the house went up for sale. And
yeah.
we went in to see what they were doing.
Holy
Well,
cow.
the squirrels tore the heck out of the door panels, the molding, and oh man,
Wow.
they were
Yeah.
looking for their peanuts.
Yeah. No, I got the lightning or the flame arrestor screen on mine. They can't
Yeah,
get
yeah.
in. Yeah.
But if a squirrel gets in your house, man.
Oh, so what's the deal with Trump now? You said he got convicted?
Yeah, so it'll be a months before they come up with some kind of
Sentence or whatever.
sentence. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it could be like 4 years in prison if they want
Yeah.
to give it to him.
Interesting.
Big fine,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But anything to say they won the case and what do you call it?
Well, they're still trying to keep him from getting elected. You know?
Yeah, yeah. Well, he's still running.
Oh, yeah. No, definitely.
Yeah.
Yep.
He could run even if he's in prison.
Yeah, true. I had a lady call me up today, friend of a friend of a friend type thing. She's like, she wants me to work on her generator. And I was like, what kind is it? And she said, Kohler. And I'm like, what's the problem? Oh, the auto switch isn't working. I said, what do you mean auto switch? I go, is this a whole house generator? Yeah, I said, I don't work on those.
No.
You know, it's like a 4-cylinder propane powered 15,000 or 20,000 kilowatt, whatever. I said, no, I'm not working on that. Casey, what's going on?
Well,
I don't know if it'll be overturned, Dan. I don't know. We'll see. I thought it'd be a hung jury myself, you know. Hey, Wayne, what's going on?
They can dispute it
right.
and carry on again, but
Yeah.
we'll see. Any generator you work on, you're liable for any kind of problem,
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah, like I said, I don't mind getting one running or something like that, but something the whole house with the auto transfer switch and all that stuff, I don't. What's going on, Wayne?
Wayne,
my mic on?
Yeah.
You're
Good.
on. Yep.
Yeah.
What are you
How's
guys?
everything going, Wayne?
What are you guys bored today or what?
Well, I was talking to Arch before. I was at the diner and I texted Arch and I said, "How about doing a quick live?" And he's like, "Ah." So he said he's setting up. So we'll see what happens.
All right. Yeah, I was in the shop just scrolling around through everything, and all of a sudden, I seen you and Hank up there, and Hank sitting in the dark with the hydro off in Connecticut, or what?
Here we go. Boom. Yeah.
I can't click on that, Randy. I don't know what's going on with that. The link.
So here's a good one for you. I don't know if you guys ever tried this. On the Quantums with the primer bulb.
Yeah.
They're brutal to get a prime sometimes. And there's guys guys will double gasket. And I've tried heating them up and trying to form that hockey stick into the one gasket.
Yeah.
And I've actually used RTV silicone along the edges and then put it on to get it to prime, but you got to let it sit overnight, eh?
Yeah.
So
you know what helped me though? I put a little bit of air pressure in the hole in the red primer bulb.
Yeah.
And put about 5 psi in there just to see if it literally did squirt up through the emulsion tube.
Yeah.
Just to confirm it would prime.
Yeah, I got that. It's priming.
Oh yeah, okay.
So I must have spent like an hour on this.
Yeah, what do you charge for that, right?
Well, no, you can't do that. But I must have spent an hour on this. Yeah, I'm going to tell you what I did. I took a piece of, the aluminum duct tape.
Yeah.
Okay, I cut a little tiny piece. I stuck it onto the hockey stick. I put the two gaskets on there. Holy shit. And you got to leave it away from the top hole, right?
Yeah, but what was the issue with the hockey stick, though? It wouldn't stick. What was the issue with the hockey stick?
Well, no, it wasn't forming into the gasket enough to get me a good prime. So what I was getting was like maybe a 1/16 of an inch of gas shooting in. Well, the guy's got to prime it like 10 times to get it to start, right?
Yeah.
I want it shooting up 3/8 of an inch. And if to do that, you got to have that hockey stick formed into the gasket perfectly, right? Like that thing can't be warped or nothing. Yeah. So I put the aluminum heat tape over top of it, put the two gaskets on, give it a prime with the cover off, and I goes, holy shit, I got 3/8 of an inch of gas shooting out of there. So I figured, well, I got to try it the next day to make sure that, it's still working. And the last 2 days, primed it 3 times, starts first pull every time now. So just a little tiny EP tip on aluminum heat duct tape.
Yeah,
does the job.
Hey.
I was thinking, that pen they have that you squirt the glue out, then you put that light
Yeah,
on it.
the infrared or whatever it
Yeah,
is.
I was
Yeah,
thinking,
or whatever that is. Black
yeah,
light, whatever the hell it is. Yeah.
if you follow the edge of that with that glue with the infrared, and build it up,
Build it up.
a little bit.
Oh yeah.
That might do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried that on a pair of eyeglasses, and they lasted about a week, and then it snapped off.
Oh yeah.
Now, what I was thinking of doing was I was going to take one of those covers that's likely warped. That's likely what happens to them, and they get distorted a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And I was going to grind out a spot to put like a thin flat washer on there, so that when you put the two bolts on, it's applying pressure evenly all the way around instead of just those two areas.
Yeah. Well, sort of like the metal gasket on the Honda, that metal gasket they use.
Yeah, you would think that, they would have, like, I love the quantum engines, but I like the auto choke ones with the air vane and the hell with the primer.
Yeah.
Like the primer's always the issue.
Sure. Yeah.
I just wonder if you took it and you flipped it the other way, through heat on it, instead of it being.
Try to straighten it out. Or
you'd probably have to overflex it to let it relax back.
Yeah.
Well, it's always the bottom of that hockey stick that doesn't seal. Like right where the hole is, you can deform that gasket so much, but where that hockey stick is at the bottom, it doesn't want to seal.
Yeah.
And then we just got a Husqvarna in from I think the guy bought it last year, and his guys hit something with it, and crankshaft's bent. He took it to the dealer, tried to get it warranted. I said, that ain't gonna work, and it didn't. So he dropped it off for me to straighten the crankshaft. But what really got me was the back flap that covers the chute if you're gonna use bag.
Yeah.
They've made that out of plastic, similar to what the Toro and the John Deere riding mower covers are like. Like, it's so brittle.
Oh, yeah.
And they snapped it. It's broken, so now he needs another piece. But it's so goddamn thin. Like, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. But I'm going to try that next time I work on one of those with the aluminum tape. Yep.
Yeah, that, well, try that out and let me know if it worked for you. It worked on this one, and it's still working. So
cool.
Yeah, William, you tried Trillium, the manufacturer? Because Trillium's the manufacturer. I think I got mine. Did I get mine from Trillium? I think I got mine from Small Engine Warehouse, SEW or something, one of those places. They're all the same, though, like $69 US. Look at this. We got a special guest here. I can see his forehead. Hey, there he is. What's going on, Robert?
Robert.
Not much. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Wayne, I had to replace that back flap on my Husqvarna all-wheel drive mower, and I ordered one and oops, wrong size. I had to order it again. I'm like, no, man, I think I had to order two.
Making it out of cheap plastic, man. Like, I don't know, like, for years and years, they made them out of that nice, thick, kind of like, I don't know, it was like a pliable plastic that would never break. Now it's like that hard, brittle stuff that the Toro, the Toro wheel horses?
Yeah.
Like, you would never see a riding mower that didn't have a cracked deck or a cracked hood.
Hood, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, especially where the gas tank was on those.
Yeah.
Because it was that built-in tank or whatever.
And they had that locking tab at the front. When you try to lift it up, it would and then you're pulling on the plastic. Next thing you know, you're cracking the plastic.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a guy on YouTube called Bald Eagle something. He shows you how to.
We know Bald Eagle.
Yeah. Bald Eagle. Yeah.
Yeah.
He showed how to redo a plastic hood on a John Deere with that electric, that heat staple, and you make it look brand new and stuff. I'm like, yeah, because the hood that I was gonna get for that John Deere LT133, it come in 4 different pieces. I'm like, forget that mess.
You can still plastic weld them. Jake did one, and it looks, you wouldn't even know it's welded together with those staples.
Oh,
and
yeah.
That thing was only worth $20.
Yeah. When is he gonna start posting more videos? It's been a while.
He's still off. He's at 97,000. He keeps getting subscribers, and he doesn't even do videos for like 8 months now. He still gets, I don't know, he gets 100 every couple of days. He gets 100 new subscribers. I guess everybody's waiting for the next big video.
Yeah.
Nah. Oh yeah. Speaking of videos, I get more views on my shorts than I do my long ones.
Yeah, but you got to get 5 million views to get anything.
Yeah. No. Jake's gonna. Oh, you got to see the car, boys. When he puts together the video on this car, this thing's gonna look awesome. But he just found out that the rims he wants going to be something like 9 months for them to make them in Japan.
Really?
Ooh.
And those are the rims that he wants. Yeah, because he bought tools to check out his tire size. Like he's got a special set of tools that you can mount to the hub. And then you can tell he knows all this shit.
Where you dial in the width and the offsets.
How much back spacing he needs, how much clearance, how much. Then you can rotate the tire. You put the tire on the tool, and you can rotate the tire to make sure that it's not
hitting the wheel well.
Yeah, so like he's got some really sweet looking tires here, but now the rims are like 9 months away.
Wow.
And I've seen people, they put tires on vehicles, and it used to be they couldn't stick out past the wheel well, but now they get them where they're sticking out past the wheel well. I'm like, you got to be joking.
Well, that was the style back in the 60s and 70s. That was sticking out a little bit.
Yeah, we got a bunch of trucks flying around here with wheels that are sticking almost all the way out.
But you know what it is too? I hate when they do that on the trucks where they're literally blowing the wheel bearings apart. By the load like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, was it in South Carolina? They done outlawed it. You can't have your back end squatted no more. And this guy's getting pulled over. Like, sorry, buddy, but that truck's got the, you can't have that on the roads. Like, what the? Because they, in basic essence, is one guy, his mama kept trying to get Whistling Diesel to come get his vehicle. It's like, how can you see over the hood when your back end so squatted? It's like, that's a safety hazard. That's a safety hazard. You can't see over the hood. Like, nah. But my sister's Cadillac Escalade, this thing's got a front-facing camera and a rear-facing camera. I'm like, the rear only comes on.
My mother's Honda has side cameras too. The rear view mirrors have cameras so that your TV screen you're looking at, you can see traffic left and right in your blind spots. So you can see if cars are coming up on you. It's kind of weird. Yeah. When you put on your turn signal to the right, the camera on the right shows you what's in front and behind you all the way up and down your car. It's kind of cool. Yeah. It's like a wide angle lens on the rear view mirror. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and that means that mirror is gonna be expensive if
I hate they're talking about those trucks that squat. What is it now? They get those trucks that where the ass end, the bumper's hitting, and the front end is up or something, where they drive around like that. Yeah, it's kind of weird looking.
Jake's buddy, Big Jake, he's got a truck. He's got airbags in it, so he drops it down so the rear end will spark. He's got a big steel plate underneath, so it sparks. I told him we got to get him a piece of titanium so the sparks are white.
Yeah,
I was just saying this tonight. Like my wife, my daughter, they have backup cameras, and they still don't know how to back up.
Yeah. Good kids back in the day, you had to use the rear view mirror, but now like
rear view and side view. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep. But like I said, they call it California squatting. It's like, and then they got these cars that do all this jumping around and stuff. I'm like, you got to be joking.
Well, you got the low riders. They go for the high ba-doom.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So any of you guys got one of the newer vehicles that's got the people and you know how it senses things in the roadway? Any of you guys?
A friend of mine's got that.
Buy one of them.
My buddy's got one in his Cadillac.
Okay, so if he does, ask him to drive through a cemetery. I need to know if it picks up people walking around in the cemetery.
I saw a video on that. Someone did a video on that.
And I'm wondering. They
say it'll catch spirits. It'll catch spirits. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, seriously. Someone said you'll see the images. You'll actually see an image, even though there's nobody there, of like a ghost or something. I saw a video. I
was watching it last night, and I said, I wonder if it really happens.
Wow.
Paranormal stuff. Yeah. They got guys that do videos on YouTube, and they take all this paranormal reading stuff and going into like mental hospitals and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, right, okay, yeah, yeah.
You know, I saw an ad for a brand new Chevy El Camino.
Yeah.
Oh, they're coming out with them again?
Oh, beautiful.
But is that the one that's got the pseudo Chevelle front end, like the old style Chevelle front end?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, cool. They were talking about bringing that out. Well, look at Ford. They came out with the Maverick, which is now a mini truck.
Yeah.
But they call it the Maverick.
Yeah, look at the new Bronco. It doesn't even look like an old Bronco.
No. It looks more like the International Harvester Scout, really.
Actually,
if you look
you're
at
right.
the shape of
that's
it.
what it looks like. Yeah.
There's a ton of those around. Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen a 1974, 72 International Scout step side in Griffin. I'm like, dude, you doing good.
Well, they had the Scout, and then in the mid-70s, they had Scout 2, they called them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those
great trucks, though. They were cool.
Yeah. Oh, and there's a abandoned video where somebody left a Scout at the house. They just left it sitting there. I'm like, yeah. Now, my eldest niece, she has a Mercedes-Benz SUV, and you open the door up and it shines the emblem down on the ground. I'm like,
Yeah, I had put those lights in my doors too. That you open a door and it shines a light on the ground with the emblem on it.
Yeah. My buddy had a Mustang that did that. It had the Bronco on the ground.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want that again.
Yeah. Oh, Henry, the other day, and I watched your video when you made that air cannon. I'm like, I bet you the first time somebody used one of them things, like, whoa, what the?
I was surprised, though, without having the crimped end, that it works so well. Usually you have the end crimped down, you know?
Yeah.
Artie caught me on that one because it took twice to do it.
Yeah. It was his birthday. Wasn't it his birthday yesterday?
I seen the edit, Hank.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think it was Artie's birthday yesterday. I saw something on Facebook.
Well, you can see her firing out the CO2, the carbon dioxide, how cold it was?
Yeah, the white, the smoke,
Because I seen them in tire shops, but the nozzle was fan shaped.
Yeah. Well, you could take a hammer and smashed it down a little, you know, if you wanted to, you know.
Yeah.
Jake's buddies used to just blow them up with the starter fluid,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but then you got to watch with the valve, though. You got to make sure the valve's out.
Flying around,
but then it'll implode when it cools off. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a guy up there in Canada called a tire doctor. Sometimes he has to use one on certain things. I'm like, this guy changes tires on stuff. I'm like, he goes to construction sites. I'm like, yeah, and it'd be cold or whatever. It's like, whenever somebody need a tire change, it's like, okay. Now, but the fun tire change out is on forklifts. We had to have something done at work, and I'm like, that guy's like, yes.
Hold on, I gotta hold on. I gotta do something. Hold on.
Hey, it's an Archie.
It's an arch.
It's an Archie.
Hey.
It's
How you doing, Archie?
What's all this noise in here?
It's a dilly.
There's a lot of noise in here. What's all this? Like, can you guys hear me? Is it working?
It's working.
Wasn't that the beginning of a Tom Petty song? It's just a normal noises in here.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was right in the beginning of a Tom Petty song.
I think I have to look that one up.
Yeah, it was on Damn the Torpedoes.
Yeah.
So Hank, I was telling you that we send all our tires to a local shop, right?
Yeah.
Might have to switch that up. Used to cost us $10 for installation, $12 for the tube, and plus the 13% tax. Just took a tire today, front end of a riding mower, $45.20.
Oh yeah.
Instead of $5, you get a brand new tire.
Well, hey, buddy, like I ain't paying. This is the customer. They're paying. I won't do it. I will not do a tire here anymore. We were doing them, and number one, the body won't handle it. Number two, it's a pain in the butt. And number three, it takes too long. And if I charge your hourly rate, they might as well buy a new machine.
Yep. Yeah, because was it some tire shops? We had one here in Eaton that did lawnmower tires, but you had to tell the guy, this is for a wild lawnmower because you had to put the proper amount of pressure for the rear and the front, the rears and the front tires. Like, but that tire shop went out of business because his nephews got hold of it and they ran it in the ground. And it's hard to find tire shops that'll do it on the machine.
Yeah, these guys get their apprentices to do it. Gives them something to do.
Yeah.
The smallest I think they could do was up to 6 inches. And I looked at those tire changing machines, the manual ones. You had to bolt them to the floor. I'm like, yeah, forget that. Nope. And I have seen the actual tire changing machine, like at tire shops on Amazon. God almighty, over $1,000 or more for one of them jokers. Then you got to buy the bouncer. Yeah.
Got himself a HIPAA shirt there.
Hey,
Arch. These are nice. These are really heavy, fellas.
Archie, when you say what you say, this is what I think of you every time I see this guy. Watch.
Oh God.
Every time I see that, it reminds me of you. I shut up.
Okay, I got to check this out. It was $30 for a Carlisle tube, 15 6x6.
Really?
Wow. Usually they're like $12.
Yeah, so I got to start buying my own tubes again because the only reason I was going there was because they were charging less for the tubes than I could buy them for.
Yeah, my dealer charged me $12 for a tube, $6 to put it in.
So what's a 15 6x6 Carlisle tube going for in the States?
Let me see.
Right, $12.
Hold on. Amazon. Let me see what Professor Amazonian says.
Well, it depends too. Tractor store is about 14.
Is that what size? A 16, like a 16 6.5 8, or what size?
15 6 6.
15 6 6 6. There we go.
And I know Carlisle's a good tube.
Yep.
Amazonian. All right, Chinese M is 14.79.
Yeah,
that's for two of them.
I don't know if I'd use Chinese tubes.
Hold on.
Thin. I noticed that they're thin.
Are they thin?
Like they're so thin that I bought one. I went through like 2 of them. I had to keep taking them back out. I tried patching them. You know how a lot of these rims, they're not made for tubes, right? So they're welded on the bead on the inside, right?
Yeah.
It's like 2 halves. You have to polish that. If there's so much as a
little
pimple, anything like a good tube back in the day wouldn't care, but these Chinese tubes, they'll work fine. But I had to polish it, make it beautiful, put some paint, and then you got to be careful when you put the tube in and finish setting the tire. They'll be okay if you do all of that, but they're thin.
Well, that's why we were taking them to the shop, because if they pinched the tube during installation, it was their dollar, not mine.
Yeah. Well, on Amazonian, they're saying heavy duty. The bent valve ones with the heavy duty rubber is $20 for 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's nice.
Yeah.
I might have.
But wait, hold on. What do they say? Heavy duty rubber. What does that mean?
You would assume thicker rubber, right?
Nobody.
But normally when you have the bent valves, the 90 degree, those are generally a little bit heavier too. Because remember, those are bonded on as well, those stems. So I don't know. I should try.
But I hate those bent ones because they're hard to get the air in. Like depends on how that bend
the
goes
rim,
into the rim.
Yeah. Well, the worst are the snapper front wheels. I freaking hate those.
Yeah, the little guys.
And those. Oh my god.
Well, the smaller the wheel, the harder it is to put a tube in.
Yeah.
And get at the stem and all of that. It's just a pain in the neck.
Yeah.
I go with it. I'm on one time. I found those rims that you bolted together for my snapper rim to rider. I'm like, you got to be joking.
Yeah, because it's showing here. Hold on. Usually when you see the thicker rubber on the stem, it looks like it's a little thicker construction,
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
you never know. It's all Chinese.
I'm gonna have to check out what Stens is charging for the tubes now, because now I got to order a 285 Canadian to get free shipping. So now I can start throwing.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Extra thick. Here, it shows it. Hold on.
The extra thick is better. Yeah.
Yeah. I think they probably measure them like they do plastic bags and stuff.
Thicker sidewalls.
Yeah, that would be good if it's true.
Oh, yeah, and that's another thing. I ordered new wheels and tires for my
interesting
4500 and my Poland XT. And the fill valve for the tire is on the inside of the rim, and the inner tubes. I'm like, you got to be joking. You people,
and they're saying these are butyl rubber, not natural rubber, so they take more pressure. It says.
Yeah. And those are on Amazon?
It's on Amazon, but you have to, the ones that say heavy duty. And they're butyl rubber. It says butyl on the tube. Butyl rubber.
Yeah. Was it? Because
butyl is the synthetic rubber, not a natural rubber.
Yeah. It's just like back in the day, bicycles, you had to have that little piece of rubber to go around the rim because your spokes.
Those spokes would puncture it. Yeah. Well, they still have that. They still have that on motorcycle rims. You still have that rubber protector.
John's right. He says he's bought Chinese ones and they split right down the middle.
Yeah. Well, no, it is with Chinese ones. You put 10 or 12 more PSI than normal, they will split. They won't take it.
Yeah.
Oh, and then some of them, you go to fill them up just a little bit and they start getting a bulge in them. I'm like, excuse me. Well, no. We can't have that bulge. Nope. No,
good. We've been working on Arch. Anything good?
Oh yeah, good stuff. Lots of good stuff. And it's driving me nuts. I got to get this customer out of here. I like him. He's okay. He's and he's very insistent. He's a big guy, very insistent person. I'm like, well, I really don't like phone calls. I just do text. Well, get used to it. Because if I text him, he'll call me. He won't even read it.
Really?
So I'm going to try to get him out of here tomorrow. Nice big generator. I got 2 generators from him. This is a big Coleman, like 7,500 watt vertical, like pro style. Slip ring issues. But I got a whole, all of a sudden I got generators. And I guess I'm going to have to become the generator guy around here. I really didn't want to, but.
Do you guys lose power a lot, Arch, or no?
Not like anymore, but I have a feeling it's going to start happening. In fact, the tree guys were out. I wanted to show that on a show last week. The Ashblund, the
Ashblund.
Ashblund.
Yeah.
Right. They were out, and one guy was up on the lift, and he's using a big long pole type saw. So I went over to him, and he says, they're hydraulic. So I figured that, but I said, "What do you think of the thing?" He goes, "Well, it works great when it works." I said, "What do you think about like electric saws and stuff? You have any of them?" "Oh, I started a whole thing." So I was chatting with him for a little bit until the other fellas, because you had like 4 trucks for one dude. And I guess, I don't know what his rank was, but I guess the other fellows were there. Yeah, that's them. And all the other fellows were up the block. Well, when they came up the block, the conversation ended. I said hi to those guys. They started to get ready to take off, and I dropped the subject. But it was an interesting conversation.
Oh yeah, I watched James Condon's video on that Swisher.
But let me ask you, on Condon's video, seriously, do you think it was worth the time and effort?
On which one?
What was it?
Keep it.
That weed, the walk behind weed trimmer. The stars are out. Hold on, Mr. Dolby.
Hey, Tom.
Hey.
Hello.
What? Oh,
well, it's been a while.
Money.
But see, the thing is, if he had tried to find another engine for that Swisher, ain't no telling what he would have paid for it.
I didn't see it.
No, I mean, he took it down to nothing and brought it back up like brand new. Paint and everything. Yeah, and that thing had so much mouse piss in it. I don't know if I would have thrown an engine on it. I don't know if I would have done all that work.
He did say that If he was working on a customer's, he would have told him no.
Yeah. It's for YouTube.
Because I have one of those. I have one with a Tecumseh engine, but if it was that saturated with mouse urine, I don't think I would have done it.
Nah, cause what?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's made for a good video, but it's just, that's a lot of work.
Just hose it with super clean. It'll be fine, and bleach and disinfect it, and then come near. I mean,
but I'm talking, Arch, I'm talking when it turns black and gets like it's welded.
I know. It's so wrong. I won't let anything in the shop. Like, I'm a prima donna now.
Listen, it stinks. That stuff stinks.
I'm effing 60 years old, and I'm a prima donna now. It's my turn. And so I'm not going to hump every junk piece of garbage in here. If it's outside on my mother's old picnic table or on the ground, I'll clean it up. If they think it's worth it, great. If not, it becomes parts, or I just give it to Juan. I'm like, here, Juan. He's like, oh, cool. And he wheels into the back of his trailer.
Yep.
That's your junk guy, right? Your junk
guy? Once he doesn't want to be on YouTube. I put him on once, but I had to black out it like fur out his face. I'm like, this is too much because I'm not doing that. He doesn't. I always ask, and if somebody says no, then it's no.
Yeah. Yeah, we just had a guy from Port bring in an old Craftsman riding mower that he bought for $20 in Buffalo, New York. And he's got dual citizenship. So he says, can you take a look at it? And I said, I don't think you want to put any money into this. So he said, well, no, I'd really like you to take a look at it. I says, look, for me to look at this thing and let you know what it's going to cost you, you're looking at $50. Are you willing to spend $50 to investigate? He said, yeah. So I start looking at it. I said, you need a battery. It's $100. You need a starter. It's $100. You need a solenoid. It's $30. I said, now I don't even know if you got spark yet, but that's what you need for me to tell if you got spark. So then I get it. I go and I get a used starter that I got. I put it on there. I spinning it over. Yeah, we got spark when the ignition kill wire's off. So I said, look, you're going to be putting $500 into this thing, and it's not worth $500. Like, I don't even know if the transmission's good. So he sold it to a guy for $100. Doesn't the guy call me up for parts?
Yeah.
And the guy spent 4 hours on it, and he's got it up and running now, but he got all the parts off of us. He bought the used starter.
That's a better way to go.
A used battery that had 50% life in it. He bought the solenoid, and he spent about 4 hours, and he's got her up and running. So I said, well, what the blades and everything look like? He said, man, the deck's like mint. It looks like it's got brand new belts and brand new blades on it, and it works. I just cut my lawn with it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, what?
Yeah, he would have paid if we would have put 4 hours into it, and with $200-300 worth of parts, not worth it.
Yeah. Well, a lot of these are labors of love, but there's nothing wrong with a labor of love. I can't do everything as a labor of love. If I got a customer, I got to try to tell them what I think is the best course of action. But when I do enjoy buying some of these machines for like next to nothing and then putting the labor of love in over time. It might take me a few weeks to shoot that video, or a month by the time I have stuff that I keep saying I'm going to do that's out there. It's piles now. I'm like, I got to do some of this stuff.
I'm in the same part.
Yeah.
Tommy, how's your back after putting that transmission drive belt on that Cub Cadet?
Oh, I'm just doubled over tonight.
I figured you were all twisted up there, and
I made a choice yesterday that I will never work on another chainsaw because it throws my back out.
Yeah,
chainsaw. I can't do it.
I'm not pulling that crap anymore. Yeah,
my shoulder and my hip, my back.
Yep. Same here.
I was gonna say, man, you're gonna have some good conversations tonight, man, with Wayne talking about the quantum primer and the tubes and stuff. Man, this is a good conversation here.
Yeah. I watched that other guy fall on YouTube turning wrenches. He just recently picked up a weird looking rear and John Deere rider.
Yeah.
Went to the other side. Guess what? There's no tire on the rim. I'm like, how did he get that thing on a trailer? I'm like,
drag it
tire on the rim. I'm like, dude, okay. You're gonna have fun with this one.
Just drag and drag and drag. I got a nice rider out there at Craftsman I picked up last year. I've shown it. on some of like the previews on the lives, and it's in nice shape. It's got a 17 horsepower on it, no compression, Briggs. Yeah. So I have other motors, but we'll peek in it. But the body, it's one of them green ones.
Yeah.
The body's nice. The deck is nice.
When they made them out of steel, Arch.
Yeah, and the paint is nice. Like it just needs to be polished, but it's got that 17 horsepower Briggs, either the ACR or the head gasket, or who the hell knows what's going on with it. We'll peek inside of it. That one I'm going to sell. I'm not going to keep it.
Yeah, but you got to remember back then the ACRs weren't breaking down like they are today.
I know.
There you go.
And it's a solid camshaft. That's what's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It may not be broken. It might just, it's sat, and it might just have a stuck valve. And he said what he did, a younger fella, I met him through my daughter, and she recommended that he just drag it over here and I'll give him some money. And she kind of like worked out the price. I was like, it's fair, So he said he hooked up a car battery or something to it, jumped it off his truck. It kind of kicked, and then it spun real easy. I think the valve got stuck.
Yeah.
It flew open. It wasn't ready. It's been sitting. It was filth all over it, and I think it just got stuck.
They should make a ACR or some kind of valve that, like in a chainsaw, you press that little button to get rid of the compression.
Those were nice.
That would be perfect under, why put that ACR in there?
I've had people do that, mill out a head and put in a chainsaw ACR. Decomp. I've seen that.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah,
I'm just thinking about that now.
Yeah.
Hey, Boneyard.
Boneyard.
No, I haven't seen I got to check him out.
Is that
he's got the Wonder Boy? That's the articulating one, right? The Wonder Boy. Isn't that with the triangular steering bracket, or whatever?
Is that the Boneyard I met 2 years ago at the GIE in Louisville, or is that another Boneyard?
Yeah.
Nah, my Shindao 591 chainsaw has that compression release, and some ATVs have it. It's like, God Almighty, you go to pull start, like, whoa, that thing gonna snatch your arm out of the thing.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
Oh yeah. But Tom, somebody years ago gave me one of those hard to find.
Oh, that's cool.
MTD yard bugs.
Yeah, the old Wonder Boy.
Nice.
Yeah. But I had that yard bug. Yeah. But that yard bug, they told me it wasn't worth the money to fix it. I'm like, okay, I'll scrap it out. And the thing
it depends upon if you want to or not. Like, some things are kind of worth it.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah. Y'all watched Terrell's video the other day. He said about another year or two. Terrell said about another year or two. Yeah, he's going to give it up.
Yeah, he's by the end of probably next year. I talk to him sometimes. Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
What shape's it in, Bonnier?
Is that going to work? No, that's not going to
So
work.
what he's going to do? Shut down the shop?
No, I haven't. Wait, I saw it there.
Yep.
Keep doing videos.
What are you doing, Arch?
Hold on.
I don't know.
I'm out of it right now. Stand by.
Oh, there you go.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
It runs sweet.
Man.
Yeah, I'll show you real quick.
What brand is that?
That's Coleman. Yeah, well.
Really?
Come back a little bit.
Yeah, Coleman Vertex.
Oh, shit.
Let's see. Hold on. Let me come back a little.
Oh, Briggs. What?
There it is running. Hold on. There's the oil.
Yeah.
Let's see. You might see it. Oh, look. Here we go. Yeah.
Install the brushes.
Oh,
see, that's the
capacitor
inside,
for an AVR. You got a capacitor.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, all contained. Yeah.
Isn't that nice? And I took the plastic off, cleaned it. It was a mess in there, but I got the numbers. Now ICM, we used to use these in HVAC controls.
What, the caps?
No, these ICM controllers. Now on there, I took some shots of it. There's a Coleman part number and an ICM part number. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if I mentioned it. I probably forgot in the video. But if anything happens, we can just make one just like this, and it doesn't have to live in here. Yeah. I mean, when you have a 7,500 watt generator and this goes wrong and you don't feel like putting it back in here, you could put it somewhere else on the console or something.
Is that something you can get it like? Can you get that like Newark or Allied or somewhere?
I forget where we used to get it from. All right. There is a spot. Yeah, there's one. I forget. It's been a while. Here's the Coleman number.
Yeah. Oh, it's got the ICM right on it. Oh,
see? And look, see the adjuster right there, the little blue pot?
Yep.
All right, so this was a mess inside.
That's weird, though, that it's got the pot and the capacitor.
And
usually the capacitor, it's fixed.
I like that, and that's a nice cap too. Let's see. It's a decent cap. It's in good shape.
I wonder if Condon's ever seen one of those.
He probably has. He's kind of seen just about everything. But I really liked it, and I was just fooling around with the brushes, and then here's the. There's the slip ring thing. I made it nice and clean. It was a mess. Now the only thing I don't like, you see this shadow right here?
Yeah.
It looks like it kind of lifted. It's not loose. I mentioned it right here in this part of the video. You could try to bond that down. It's not really moving. I just left it.
Use an eraser? How'd you clean it, Arch?
I clean that with fine Scotch-Brite, the gray, I think it was. Yeah. And nothing else. Well, a little brake cleaner on.
You know what I've been using on those though? The typewriter erasers, the white erasers I used to use with the typewriters.
Yeah.
Remember those with the brush on one end?
I do remember.
Yeah, those clean slip rings really nice.
Yeah, let's see them.
I use them on my jukebox contacts. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So I gotta try that.
Cool.
But I just have so much Scotch-Brite laying around. But she runs nice and she puts out good power. She had like no power output. But when I busted,
wait, hold on, Arch. I'm gonna see if Condon wants to come on. I'm gonna text him.
Yeah, tell him.
Tell him you got a funky looking generator here.
Tell him he's got competition in the generator videos coming up.
No, I don't think so.
No, but was it that other guy that rode King 805 Falls, that guy that does them big generators? He ain't posted nothing in a while.
Yeah.
He does those big industrial backup generators.
Yeah, those are nice. I watch old two-stroker, and he loves this big generators with the big two-stroke engines that drive them. And you walk into the cabinet section, you open the door, you walk in there, you start the motor up. He loves stuff like that. I'm like, I want one of those.
Yeah, that's strange. The only engine manufacturer I know that made two-stroke diesels was Detroit Diesel. I don't know if anybody else.
Yeah, it might have been it. I don't remember. I'm not just starting to get into the diesel stuff. I've been like watching this stuff for a couple of years, and there's the Detroits and there's a few others, and a lot of it still confuses me. I'm not like super into it. What I need to actually be like, my face and hands need to be in them for me to really, for it to burn in.
Oh, and I watched Ellis Moore's the other night. Yeah, he had real fun with that Husqvarna Moore's. Like, parts here, there, and everywhere. Like, he got it up and running, but I'm like, man.
Wow. What is Randy talking about? The Red Fan movies?
Yeah, it probably is. He's been doing sound effects videos. Oh yeah. And I guess Erica and them.
He has a red fan. He has this red fan that he plays around with.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's different things he does with it.
He uses the fan for the air intake where it sucks the air in. So instead of using any power on the fan, he just lets the air itself from the HVAC system pull it and move it. Like a velocity meter,
I'm trying to find the best pair of glasses I can find around. I got about 9 pair of glasses. I can't hardly see the darn chat. I keep changing glasses so I can keep reading with the commenters over there.
Tom, that's what happens when you get our age, not your age.
Yeah.
He just needs new glasses, is what he needs.
We're in our mid-70s, buddy.
Well, I just turned 50, and Mom said, "Yeah, it's all downhill from here." I said, "Yeah, you didn't tell me it was a cliff."
Yeah.
Hey, Condon said he'll come on in 20 minutes.
There you go.
Jay,
No, I'd like to show him that AVR with the pot. I've never seen.
Isn't that nice? And when you look at something like that, like I said, you don't have to put it in that box. It could be behind the other part of the control panel. But I said to the customer, I said, look, I don't know if this is going to work. I said, I've ohmed it out and it kind of looks good. I don't know what the exact ohm readings are, but you look for like balance on the loads. I said, we'll find out. I just got to let you know. Of course, when you tell customers that, they get mad, like they get upset. a little bit, you know. But what else am I supposed to say? I'm like, bro, this is not a guarantee. I told you when you dropped it off. Nothing. It's like $50 for me to look at it. It is no guarantees. And the other problem you have too is that if the motor ran pretty good, like I would suggest putting a little bit of seafoam in it. It ran okay. I didn't touch it. I just kind of made it run. And that was fortunate because it's like the pressure washers 90% of the time in order to properly test the pump. Now, first you gotta service the stupid motor. And then you spent your time on that. And now you run it for a little while and it might work. Something will get hung up. Then it'll blow apart because there'll be junk suddenly get into something. I don't really like doing it. So it's the same thing with like the two strokes. You have to tell people, look, I'll take a look at it. Here's a minimum charge. There's no guarantees. Yeah. You know how the lawnmowers are so robust. You can look down at them. Right, it's a Briggs. It feels like it's got compression. It'll probably be fine. Yeah, 150.
But if I told someone $50 to look at it, they'd say screw you.
Well, then F them because
true though.
You know, I mean, it takes time, and I don't really charge a lot. Like I don't charge around the corner. They're getting like $100 an hour now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And
you got to wait 2 weeks. Yeah. So I don't want to hear the one. He got a little annoyed. I'm like, bro. I'm like, you're scaring me. I'm like, I'm about to tell you to take the damn shit and get out of here. Right. Oh, I don't want to do that. You know, because I've told people that. I'm like, you know, shame on you.
I love telling people it's Sunday afternoon. Where the hell are you going to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Here's the door.
Oh, I got a party in 2 hours. My lawn's half done. Well, good luck.
When Jake took that tire to get fixed, the lady that does the billing and the invoices and everything, I guess we had fixed her lawnmower I don't know if it was last October or whatever. And I guess right now it's running like shit. She had somebody look at it and she was complaining to Jake, right? Saying, well, you just fixed my lawnmower like last year. And like, why isn't it running right now? And like, there's something wrong. It's like scalping the grass. And Jake says, well, did you hit anything? And she says, what do you mean? He says, well, if it's scalping the grass, you likely bent the blade. Well, we paid you to sharpen and balance the blade. Well, that doesn't mean that.
That means you'll cut through tree roots.
If you hit something.
No, I know.
You know,
the blade's like a 90 degree and it's not doing anything.
It's like this. You know, last year I quit selling anything used. I don't sell equipment. I don't sell anything used. I will give it away or I'll junk it or part of it.
Yeah, but even if you do a job for somebody, there's still that scenario where all of a sudden they got a bent on for whatever reason, and they'll give you a hard time. And it's not necessarily a hard time, but it's that guff that
Well, I don't know if if you caught one of the previous lives, we had one guy, his mother's machine and her son that delivered her machine has exactly the same machine. And he said to me, I don't know why my machine has never had any problems. It's exactly the same machine. We bought them at the same time. They're both Aaron's, right?
There you go.
And I said, I'm going to tell you what, give your mother your machine, take her machine now. It's where she's buying her fuel.
Yeah.
Every time we get this machine in, it's got water in the fuel.
Yeah.
So
got a leak. Is the tank in the ground?
Yeah. Take her machine and take it to your place. And I bet you don't have no trouble. And she's going to call me next year and she's going to have water in her fuel again.
Yep.
They'll call me a year later saying, you know, this thing you sold me, you know, it never really did run right.
Yeah. I've only used it once in a year.
Yeah. Here, just take your money back. I'll part it out and throw it in the recycle bin.
Yeah.
We had a guy bring in a Craftsman riding mower, special edition, needed a battery. So I told him right off the bat, that's $100, right? He says, I looked at the deck and Jake tried to lower the deck down and the deck's just jammed up. And then we noticed everything's hanging off the deck by chains. So anyways, the guy says, oh, it cuts really good at the position it's at. So I don't want you to work on the deck leveling at all. He said, actually, it's cutting really close to the ground. And sometimes if there's a high spot, it's actually taken like right down to the dirt. And I said, well,
so he's killing his lawn.
You must have a bent blade. And he said, well, how do you figure? I said, well, if you look at your deck is sitting at least 1.25 inches off of the ground. And if it won't lower anymore, and you're telling me you're scalping the lawn, you got bent blades. When I took the blades off, one was bent 1 inch and the other one was bent 3/8 of an inch.
and the right rear tire is flat, and you weigh 400 pounds.
You know what? Funny you should say that, Tom. The right rear tire had no air in it. The other tire had 3.2 pounds in it, and the front two had 8 pounds in them.
I don't get it.
On it last year. It looks like a helicopter crashed in my yard. Okay, what did you hit?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Tom. I watched that video you did on that Cub Cadet. I'm like, I don't know how in the fool you told her that pan for where it was at the turn trailer. I'm like, God. He's like, yeah, I hope that pan was lightweight because I have seen more pans like, you got stand still, then you got fabricated. I'm like, I like fabricated better, but then I tell you what.
I was going to comment on that video telling you the engineer that designed that engine on that Cub Cadet when you were taking that fan off, his initials were LFT. That stood for Let's F Tom.
I tell you, I got it off though. I did.
Yeah.
I got it off.
Nah. There's one guy, Tom, I used to, when I lived in another part of Eden, he went to Tractor Supply and got that Cub Cadet that's got the knob that controls the engine speed. I'm like, dude, I hope you ain't gonna have no issues with it because they buying it because the lawnmower shop I dealt with, he wouldn't touch MTD. He said, nope, I'm not touching them. And he told me one day, he said, Gravely, if they have started sending him mowers with the EFI engines, he said, nope.
On this Cub Cadet, they put the what was that? The what transmission was that I had on that? The
hydro gear.
It was a hydro gear, but it was the Power More engine.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
You don't like Power Mores, eh?
Where would you get Power More parts from? You call it
Amazon.
I use MTD parts, Tom.
Hey, they're ME too.
The MTD parts fit on the Power More engines.
I'm at a loss. I told the customer I felt terrible about it because I made him feel bad in front of his 12-year-old son. I said, you called me about a Cub tractor, and I said when you brought me this and I opened your U-Haul door, I said if I knew it was this one, I would have never taken it in. He just looked at me like I, just kicked his cat or something. And I'm like, yeah, I'll go ahead and work on it for you.
Jake just fixed one for a guy that Jake says, I can't believe the guy's using this 30-inch mower. He's got an acre that he's cutting with it.
Oh, Lord.
And the guy went and put a brand new deck belt on, and he smoked it. So he called Jake and said, you know what? I must be doing something wrong. Well, when we lifted it up to take the blade off, I have never seen a blade that was so dulled up.
Oh,
it was humped in the middle, like on the cutting edge where it's supposed to be straight. It was so blunt, the guy must have just been ripping the grass out, not cutting anything.
Well, down here it's those sweet gum balls, pine cones, acorns, and all that stuff, man. It gets up in them pulleys.
Yeah.
And, I pulled a pine cone out of this transmission pulley. That's
I seen that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Over here, it's tree branches. They don't want to move the trees. They figure they'll just cut them up, eh? All the branches that are laying on the ground.
Yeah.
One of the branches flies up, gets in between the pulley and the belt, and that's it. There goes the belt.
Yeah, I had a customer bring me a Craftsman DYT 4000 tractor today. He said, you just worked on it a couple of weeks ago. Now the blades won't engage. I'm thinking, okay, now the PTO clutch is worn and needs to be adjusted if you can. I went ahead and had him pull it in, put it on the table, raise it up while he was here, and I looked at it, and I raised his chute and I pulled a big old stick out of one blade.
Yeah.
And I said, well, there you go. You hung a stick. He said, well, yeah, my yard's just full of trees and stuff. I'm like, well, there you go. And I looked at his blades I just sharpened 2 weeks ago, and it looks like you took a hatchet to his blades.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And the other tree that we are known for down here, Tom, is the magnolia tree, them cones and them leaves.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
Well, Gravely, man, isn't he the guy that was chopping up all those walnuts?
Yeah.
That old Gravely of his?
That's what I do.
Yeah.
I usually do that with my with the twin blade Honda.
Yeah.
It does it. It handles it no problem. What else are you going to do? There's so many of them. I can't even walk out there. It's like walking on ping pong balls and tennis balls and golf balls.
Arch, you need one of them golf ball picker-upper machines.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep a set of golf clubs in my shop and just knock everything out of the. Everything blows into my shop because it's downhill. And 2 or 3 times a day, I have a BG 85. I have to blow the shop out 3 or 4 times a day. Just all this debris.
That happens to me too. It comes in the back doors.
Oh Lord, it just makes a mess in the shop.
Yep.
And all this stuff that falls out of your pulleys and belts. I can crank a lawnmower and the little push mower go, and it just covers your entire shop with just crap.
Yep. Oh yeah, Tom. Somebody give me a limited edition power craft that's made for Montgomery Ward. Those blades had to be exactly 21 inches. And they said MTD, you have to use actual MTD belts. They won't take aftermarket. I'm like, you guys.
Oh, yeah. If you put an aftermarket belt on that thing will buck like a Bronco, man.
Yeah. Some of the MTDs got a special angle to them. And
especially the Broncos and ponies, it's like watching the PBR on Friday nights, man. It's like, okay, let's put this belt on there. Yeah. Yeah, you're not going to do that.
Yeah. But I'm one day, Tom, the mail lady delivered the wrong, it was the right number, but the wrong street. So I jump on my power craft, take the letter to the lady. I get off. I shut the engine off. I go to start it back up. That thing won't start. I'm like, I had to wait. I had to walk back home, go back up an hour later, and the thing fired up. I'm like, I know what it is. That darn starter was getting hot. I'm like, you got to be joking.
Yeah.
But and I had somebody sold me a Poland XT. Well, somebody was trying to work on a moped. There was so many parts missing on that thing. I'm like, you got to be joking. Then
I got an old Craftsman. No, sorry, Rob. I got a guy in a driveway right now. Literally, I got a pony, Tom, one of those ponies in the driveway where the guy's like, oh, it's a starter solenoid. It's a starter. No, the battery had 2.4 volts in it.
Yeah, do you think?
Yeah. But he tells me, swears to me, battery's good, everything's good. So what do I do like an idiot? You got to take the battery out to get to the starter solenoid, the 3/8 head bolt, take the solenoid out. I'm checking. I'm like, the hell, are my test lights bad? So I said, wait a minute. So I bring my jump box. Test lights are fine. I go, wait a minute. So let me get my voltmeter. 2.4 volts. It took 20 ounces of distilled water. I think the damn batteries only take like 24 ounces. And the battery's only 3 years old. Where the hell did all the water go? Or the acid, So, but anyway, I put the distilled water in it, charged up fine.
Yeah.
Anybody know what PBR2ES plugs are used for? PBR2ES. Stents, I ordered BPMR6As. I ordered 10 of them because that's what I got to order. They sent me 2 and 8 PBR2ES plugs.
It looks like it's a Yamaha.
They're hotter than shit, those plugs. But they said keep the plugs. They're useless to me. I've never used them.
Huh. Yeah. It looks like it's the same as a BPR.
It's like a 5 or a 6. Like 5 BPR 5 and 6 ESs. One's just hotter than the other. But the 2s, it
looks like they're used in like marine and motorcycle applications.
Well, are they good? I can sell them.
Yeah. No, seriously, it looks like it's used in like wave runners and those type of things.
Let me ask you guys this, man. Do y'all feel guilty about putting a Briggs 491588 air filter in a Honda engine?
No. I do it all the time.
No.
People complain though because they like the green color instead of the blue and white.
I don't give a crap. The Honda one's in the Briggs.
I mean, the Honda's got a little more media in it, and it probably filters a lot better. Don't get me wrong, but as long as it seals against the air cleaner, I don't care. You got to watch. So a lot of those Chinesium, the 491888, whatever the number is, they won't seal 100%. You got to watch, especially on.
but they fit good.
No, they do. But I'll be honest, the Honda green filter for the $8 or $9 it costs, I will buy those because I do like them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
But hey, how can you complain when you go to Temu or Ali and get them for 80 cents?
There you go.
You know.
Yeah. See, I don't feel guilty now. So
No.
You put a pre-filter in.
Well, yeah, but I'm not charging $17 for it either. I'll charge $4 or $5.
I'll charge $8.
Okay, but I'm saying you get some people charge you 17. It's like, wait a minute.
I have always felt guilty about doing that until Jeremy Moore Medic One done that video the other day about that. I'm like, okay, I feel good about it now. I'll let the secret out.
Yeah, we were talking to our friend Klaus in Denmark the other day, and he was saying he marks it. What did he say, Hank? 70% markup or something?
Yeah,
you know, he almost doubles everything he gets. Yeah,
I try to stay at 100%.
Yeah.
What do you Wayne, how do you do Amazon sells? We sell the Briggs or the Honda filters with the foam pre-filter for $12 plus tax.
Okay.
Yeah.
I try to stay at 30% profit margin on all my parts, whether I get them cheap on Amazon, I have to buy them OEM or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just across the board.
But you don't make any profit margin if, like with Briggs, it's terrible. Like there's hardly any markup movement on Briggs.
I don't buy any OEM parts in my shop at all, except I go to Buckeye Power Supply in Columbus, Ohio, and I get the original NGK RC12YCs. That's what I do.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what I did. I went to Amazon and got the J19LM plugs. I got a box of 100, and I ordered Champions. And when I got them, they were the what do you call them? The torch.
Oh
yeah.
We don't.
Every one of them had torch written on them. Wow. I'm like, well, you got me.
I just sold the John Deere self-propelled mower, and it had a special blade that I had never seen before. When I checked out the part number on either Jack's or Part Street, it was a Briggs. It was an AYP blade. I checked through Briggs, and it's the only place I could get it on Amazon. Like not available, no price. When I checked that AYP blade, it lists for $58. It's a mulching blade. $58, and my cost to buy it is $55. I make $3 on that blade.
Dang.
Yeah. Yet the guy says I never had a lawnmower that mulched the grass as good as this thing.
Really?
Yeah. And I said, don't hit anything with that blade. Because I said that's a $58 plus tax, 13% tax blade, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, did y'all see Breeze little thing about air filters, how people going in loads and stealing the air filters and air filter covers and stuff. I'm like, oh, that's just great.
Well, guys, I'm going to hit the road. I think there's a hockey game on.
Are they playing it? The Rangers?
I don't know. I don't know.
The game's on tonight. I don't know. Did it start?
Is there a game
probably
on
started
tonight?
already. Yeah, they're playing in Madison Square tonight.
Okay. I got to go because I got
tied up
coffees.
2-2.
I got coffees bet with T-Bone.
Well, hey, Wayne, tell Jake, you was talking about that backing plate for that quantum purge.
Yeah, that was me. I did that.
Yeah. You were talking about that. Tell Jake the video on that repair, because I've tried everything, man.
Yeah, well,
brings me a mower that's got the primer style quantum.
Yeah.
And the first thing I do is I take the cover off and I'll see if the primer works.
Yeah.
I will take the carburetor off and clean it without ever separating that air filter housing from it. You know, it's a pain in the butt, but I will not break that seal because I know it works.
Yeah, I got you.
If I separate it, I'll ruin it.
Yeah. Okay, buddy.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do a short one on it and see if Jake will do the editing.
Yeah, with the metal tape. That'd be interesting.
Yeah. The aluminum tape.
I would love to see that in the video. You know, I've got 2 or 3 things I try out there. You know, I go to the hardware store and buy these. You go in the plumbing section and you can get these little sections of red rubber.
Yeah.
And I actually make a gasket to go on there that's real thick and rubbery.
Yeah.
But the gas eats it up in a year.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So that's
okay, guys.
See you, Wayne.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, Wayne.
Take care.
Have a good one, brother.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Tom. Was it a while back? Was it 3 years ago? I was cutting these people's grass. They said, "Oh, we got a Craftsman GT tractor you might be interested in." I'm like, "Well, bring it here." So I show up to the yard to cut the grass, and they had it sitting out back. I went to cut grass with it, and I'm like, I got the thing on, and I'm like, oh man, the discharge blade, it wasn't doing nothing. Now I finally got all the blades off, and I looked, and I'm like, you got to be joking. How people cut it? This ain't cutting grass. The lifters were gone. I'm like, shit. But I'm like, yeah, that thing got the Kohler 22 horse pro with hydraulic lifters. Yeah, that thing's a beast. Yeah. Now, bad thing is, 3 years ago, I picked the front end of that thing up trying to get the mower pan out from under it. I threw my back out. I'm like, I can't believe I tried to pick that book up.
Yeah, I've had 2 customers in the last 2 days bring me something on the back of a pickup truck, and I'm like, oh no. And when you try to take a tractor out of the back of a pickup truck,
yep, yeah,
the deck always hangs on
always.
Yep.
Yep. Nah, but
Well, you got that other table that you roll out, no?
Right, but that's where I stack all the blowers and weed eaters and chainsaws and stuff like that. So I have to take all that time to unload it.
No,
it's like, oh, it ain't worth it, man. Let's just drag it off and be done. then I hurt myself, of course.
Yeah. But that lawnmower shop I'm dealing with here in the evening. One day I walked in there and I said, he got 2 more. The motorcycle tables and stuff, but he got the extenders and stuff. I looked over there one day and he had a chain horse. I'm like, okay, work. Pick the mold front end up, get up on there. I'm like, yeah, I trust them better than I do that stuff that's got that braided cable. That Chicago braided stuff. That Chicago electric lift. We had one at work where I used to work in the showroom, and I'm like, yeah. I don't trust that braided cable. I don't trust it.
There's Casey. There's Brandon with BS Small Engines. I didn't see him come in, man. I use his tool. I bought 2 of them about 2 or 3 years ago. That cable tool. Mm-hmm. Man, I use that thing.
That's nice. Yeah, that's cool.
All day long, I use that thing. I used it like 3 times yesterday, man. I always put him, I always shout him out in the video.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to get one of those.
I would love to have a forklift, Brandon.
That's what I need. I need a forklift for sure.
Yeah.
I need something though that can drive across the lawn and all of that. I can't just put like a regular forklift down because it won't go.
Hey, you should weld up a little one with a winch motor and just make it for a back of like a 3-point,
I was thinking about that because I have the forklift that I made for the front of the tractor.
Because Dan Foss years ago that made all the Dan user attachments, they made a 3-point pallet jack attachment.
Yeah,
for the back of garden tractors.
Yeah, mine will handle it. I also have another PTO in the back, so I could run a separate pump and valving system. I don't have to tie into the existing, because the pump is inside the Peerless.
Yeah.
So that's got enough going on right now. And I'm like, all right, well, I thought about it, and I'm glad I made the front forks. And that works pretty good, but the tractor will handle it. It's just I don't have the time. I got to find the time to do those kinds of projects. I was watching that guy that does the restorations. I think he's in the UK or whatever. He's the guy with the small little shed and the big property and the nice tractor with the picker on the back. Yeah, he has that. He's got a big, nice, decent sized tractor with the 3-point on the back that does the forklifting.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, machinery restore. He just recently redid a very unique MTD made mower that's got light indicator lights in the steering wheel.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
I'm like,
it's like a car.
Yeah,
I don't think I finished watching that episode. I saw the first part.
Yeah, because he got that van. He said he loves his Vanguard engines.
Yeah, he does like those.
Yeah, but how was it? I was trying to think.
He does well.
Yeah.
That channel does real good.
Yep. And then there's AJ Restorations. He just got through redoing that Kohler K301 engine. He re-powder coated it a different color and stuff. I'm like, yeah. But that shop I used to deal with, he finally got one of them 3-wheel donkey forklifts because he was constantly getting gravely mowers in, and they come on.
Yeah, that's what I need.
Oh, that's great.
That's exactly what I need.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Dan Foss used to make those. They'd go on the back of garden tractors. Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I bet that costs as much as a new Toyota Corolla these days.
Well, I tell you though, you find them at the old shows and stuff where people have abandoned them and just don't want them anymore, But that's on a case, Colt case or whatever, Ingersoll. Like our friend Noel has a bunch of those.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, what's that other guy that redoes in garden tractor? Import 7 or something like that. He made him he made a little forklift for his stuff. I'm like,
yeah, Hank says I built that table, but I keep the dang table piled full of stuff, and it's not worth having to take time to unload the table and roll it out there. And I'm just like, okay, let's just muscle this thing down. Then I hurt myself.
Yeah, I try to avoid that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't keep going through that.
Right now, 3 or 4 years ago, I was 270 pounds. Now I'm down under 160 pounds, and I just can't muscle that stuff anymore, man. All my strength.
Yeah. Well, what was it? Oh, yeah, and that shop I dealt with, he had them curved ramps for getting stuff in and out of the truck.
The curved ramps,
a little better.
They're great for not getting your neck stuck on top.
Yeah, they're a little better.
Yeah, they're better.
Yeah. All depends on the height of the back of the truck.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm on flat ground. Like on the North Shore, there's more hills, but here it's flat. Like if you have a spot where there's a bit of a hill, just a bit, a little bit of a hill somewhere, you can back up to that and fool around a little bit, and maybe even with straight ramps. And but if you don't have that, you're humping it.
That's why I bought a little trailer, 5x8 trailer. Yeah.
Yeah. One of the customers I had last season, this is last season, but he rented something from, I think it was Depot for $20 or something like that.
1995. Yeah.
Yeah. Some of them are cheap.
Yeah. And, I'll tell you, why fool around? Oh my goodness, at that rate.
Yeah. A lot of my customers, I tell them, these days I don't have time to make pickups and deliveries. It takes me out of the shop and just ruins my time. And they'll go to Home Depot and get a box truck, or U-Haul to get a box truck or a trailer.
Yeah.
And they just do it themselves.
It's so much easier.
Yeah. What I liked when I had my winch in the back of my old truck was that
nice.
if I saw it sitting on the side of the road.
Yep. It's mine.
Easy to pick up.
Yep. Yeah, or I'll send them over to, I'll tell them if you can wait, I can schedule it with my scrap guy, Juan. He'll go get it. But you got to pay. You got to, it's not much, but, I don't make any money on it. I'm like, I'll set it up for him and he can go get it. And it's just a customer kind of courtesy, but the customer has to pay for it. It's not much, but you got to give Juan something for all that effort. He's a big trailer and everything. And he usually has a couple of days off or at night or something, and he'll go in the area if it's not too far, obviously. And occasionally I've sent him out to pick up something for myself. If there's something I want, like, yeah, brother, can you go get it? I'll give you some money or I'll help you out with something. He's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, because because Henry mows and blowers over there on Long Island. He had a van, but then he decided to go get a truck. I'm like, well.
I have been scouring Facebook Marketplace for a small, like a S10 or an old.
Yeah, I had one of those. Those are nice.
And I want to take the bed off and build a landscape bed.
Ooh.
So that way I don't have to pull a trailer. I can, pull in somebody's driveway, load their stuff. But like I said, I just quit doing pickups and deliveries. I just don't have time for it anymore.
Yeah, I don't have time for it right now.
Because that guy Chud 327 down there in Florida that does the mud mowers, he took pickup truck beds and made trailers out of them, little S-pins and stuff. And I'm like, yep, yeah.
Boy, somebody needs some strike hold on their chair, I hear.
That's me. That's my signature series chair.
You know, if you go to strikehold.com/Tom W, you get a discount for Strikehold.
Nice.
Oh yeah,
nice, right?
And KCO with Els Morris, he had a little affiliation with Strikehold.
Yeah, we got to get up and get out of here. All right. Oh, tomorrow morning is Walmart grocery haul day.
Ooh. Welcome to Wally World shopping cart, anyone?
Oh, I got it. You know, I only go on the work day. If it's 8, 9 o'clock, that's the only time you can get in there and get out because they gotten rid of all their self-checkouts now.
Really?
What?
Yeah. Down here, you know, there's only a couple of them, and you got to have some kind of app on your phone, scan and go, if you want to do the self-checkout.
Yeah. Because the Walmart here in Eatonton, the regular cash, then there's that. Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah.
It's because of theft. Yeah.
And was it Dollar General? I think they finding out real quick about them self-checkouts. Like, yeah.
Well, you know, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, we had to get used to self-checkout. Yep. And now you got to get used to going back to self-checkout. And
and Home Depot, they're having to come up with these shopping carts. If you ain't paid for something, that shopping cart is going like, yeah, sorry, you ain't going out the door with this stuff, buddy. Nope.
Yeah, the wheels will lock up, won't they?
Yep.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta have an app, your shopping cart wheels. It's like beep, beep, beep.
Yep.
I looked at that and I don't understand how they lock.
It's Wi-Fi, caliper brakes, drum brake. I don't know. It's weird. It's strange to me. You know, I wish I could, you know, I got to where don't ever watch
what John said. John goes, I used self-checkout at Lowe's yesterday. Didn't steal thing. Oh, I'm sorry. That was a good one.
Day when I look.
That's what it is. It's magnets, Corey. Casey. I can't see what.
Magnets.
I call him Corey. You're Casey.
But
where's the battery pack?
Yeah. But the other day when I was up there in Franklin, Tennessee, buying something at Lowe's, went to self-checkout, and I lady said, "Oh, this is card only," so we had to go to the regular human register and do cash. But I bought one of them Cobalt dual voltage tire inflators where you set the pressure to what you want. I tell you what, when it gets to that pressure, it shuts off. I have drained lawnmower tires completely flat. And I say, all right, rear tires, 10 pounds. So I set 10 pounds, it gets to 10 pounds, boom, shuts off. I'm like, yeah, thank you. Like this.
I asked that Walmart lady one time when I was checking out, I had to show her my receipt. I asked her for my W-2. She said, you know, I had to.
Oh, yeah, because there's certain.
Hey, look who's here. Hey, Arch, you got that picture we could show Jim?
Yeah, I'll put it up in a minute. Let me go take a pee-pee break. Stand by.
All right.
I'll mute. Hey, James, stand by.
Hey, Ken, I'm gonna get out of here, man. Thanks for having me on your live stream.
Yeah, no, always pleasure,
See you later, Tom.
It's good to see you, Henry, man, and Arch and James and Robert, man. I love you guys. Thanks for having me up tonight, man. I love you guys.
Take care.
You. Have a good one.
See you later, Tom.
I'm gonna go chill out and spend some time with Mom. Maybe watch something stupid on TV.
There you go. Say hi to Mom.
Yeah, I'll catch y'all on the next live stream, Ken.
All right, we'll be on. We're always on.
All right, buddy. Y'all be good.
Take care. Yeah, Jim, I wanted to show you because he's got this Coleman generator. It's got a capacitor and it's got a board with a pot and everything. I'm like, wait, I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, I wonder if it's brushless because you can have AVR control on a brushless. I think I haven't really seen it.
He's got some good pictures, though. He'll show us, but it's kind of weird. I've never seen one like that. Yeah.
Interesting.
Hey, question. Now I got a question. Your latest video, the trimmer, whatever that. Just one word. Why?
Why? What do you mean?
All the time and effort. All the time. No, seriously. I mean, is that something that you're going to use, or what's it, or was it just purely for content?
It's for content.
Really? Okay.
I'm not going to make money off that.
All that mouse piss would have said. I would have said nope.
Yeah, it was. It's one of those things. You before I put it in the car, I checked it. The engine pulled. It had compression. I'm like, fine, easy fix.
You couldn't smell it though. It didn't stink because it looked like it was loaded.
No, actually, it didn't smell at all. So I think that nest had been there quite a while.
Okay.
Yeah, when you pulled out the dead one.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. That was the little critter that did all the damage.
Yeah.
Crazy. Everyone's saying hello to Mr. Condon.
Oh, I can't even see that. Where is
popular
that? Oh, there
guy.
it is. I see it.
Yeah. Crazy. And hey, a question though for you. I know we're talking about different things that you're working on. Anything out of the ordinary coming up in the future? Like any more dirt bikes or mini bikes or any like cool stuff? Oh, what do we got? Wait, let me zoom in there. What do we got? Hold on. Wait, is that another one or is it the same one?
It's another one. Yeah, you want to talk about a bad engine? Wait till you see this video. Makes the engine I just worked on look so good.
Where'd you find that one, Jim?
It was given to me. It's always the free stuff. The stuff
you get a lot of donations, especially your friend Stan. Yeah.
Jason. Stanley. Yeah. Yep. He trying to think. I still have his chainsaws too, by the way. I gotta look at those again.
Yeah, James. I watched that video today. I'm like, man, that's gonna be a fun job getting that piece of governor rod out of there. I'm like, yeah, almighty.
It's one of those things. It's a $9 part, but God, you have to take the whole thing apart. I was thinking even if I could loosen up the current one, it would kind of work, but it would probably just rust back up again. Without cleaning it properly.
Yeah, and I seen it. And I seen that plastic gear, and then I'm like, oh, great, going.
Yeah.
It's like,
I know the plastic.
Yeah.
You got that
Doesn't
pick,
belong.
Art?
Yeah, I'll bring it up.
Hey, Brett.
Hello.
Hey, Brett. Stand by.
Let me see. Art's got the picture of that thing. I'm going to show it.
I'll do the capacitive first. Nice cat. Nice play, well placed, easy to get at.
That's a DC capacitor.
Yeah, look at that controller though. Look at that.
Yeah, that's.
Hold on. Let me find.
That's a power main generator, right?
Coleman. Yeah.
Yeah. And here's that nice ICM.
I've never seen one like that.
And it was nice.
Where it's got the pod on it.
Catalog.
Interesting.
Have you seen one like that, Jim, with the pod on it? Like that?
Real quick.
Not like that. I mean, the one that
Isn't that nice?
So I installed the
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's a Coleman end bell. You could tell,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now let me come back.
I mean, those the older ones have that large blue capacitor. The newer ones have it kind of on the board. But
and I think here's the other thing too. Hold on.
The slip rings.
Yeah, let me just squeeze in and then. Yeah, now that's a better shot.
Yeah, it looks like it's pried off the edges. Yeah.
Yep, just a little bit, but it doesn't feel loose. Like when you press on it lightly, it doesn't feel loose.
Yeah. Those are some clean slip rings. I assumed you cleaned them.
Yep, yeah. That was the biggest problem with everything. Okay. It was just so munged up. I think there's a pic in here when I started. Might be on this one. It's 2 days. Yeah, this thing was pretty dirty. Let's see. I think these are the slip rings when they were dirty. No, that's it. That's still clean. Right. It's in my folders. It's not organized yet.
How many watt is that, Arch?
7,500. 9,000
peak.
Peak, yeah.
That's got to have a big motor on it.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah,
it's
like
just
14
weird.
horse.
Is that the tank on the right? Like a vertical gas tank?
Yeah. 12.5, I think.
Really?
Yeah. 12.5.
I didn't know those had an AVR. I see those come up a lot around here, not making power. I wonder if that's all it is.
Yeah, just got to clean it up, and it was making a little bit of power, very little.
Yeah.
And I said to the customer, I said, I don't guarantee any of this. I have to charge you to look at it, but it's a nice unit. It's worthy. And, maybe it'll come back. So I did a just basic O-meter test just to check for shorts. But then it was so dirty. See, this thing's clean now. So I think if you look at the day before, I covered it. Yeah, okay, you covered it. Okay, that's nice. Let me see how dirty it is. And then what was in there was really bad. It's got dirt all over it. It was left out for 2 years.
What's the engine, Arch? What is that, Briggs?
That's the Briggs. That's the Briggs 12.5.
Okay.
Is that a vertical motor on that?
Yeah. Oh, wait. Here we go. This is all the gack in there.
Yeah.
Spider webs and everything. And I think we'll get a shot of the lands. But yeah, it's gross. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see if we can see the. Do I go up? I might. I go up somewhere. There's a shot. I started cleaning it out. I'm like, it's not easy to clean out. I know I took a pic of, the pic might be on the other camera. So the video of those slip rings was probably on the other camera. I haven't organized. This is all raw footage. So it's kind of out of place. But I was just showing the fellas that. And when you take a peek inside here, I'm like, look at how nice that is. And you could put this whole setup. Because I'm sure I have both part numbers, the Coleman and the ICM part number, and you see what cap it is, and you can even go bigger, and it's adjustable. So you could take this out of there and mount it on the control panel if you really wanted to save or make your own to save a nice big generator if you so chose. And I said that to him. I said, listen, if there's issues in here, and he needed it right away. He lives in a trailer, and he's like, I now need electricity to run an air conditioner. So he brought me over 2 units. He's like, I need them right away. I said, look, if there's something really wrong in here, I can probably get it or make something. So we're not going to throw this thing out. And if the motor runs and there's no shorts and everything looks good, I'll come back. Hold on.
Yeah.
And then that way we'll play with it later. All right.
Yeah.
Don't throw this out. This is doable. It's a beautiful machine. The engine ran okay. I got the motor running pretty good, pretty quick. I didn't have to do very much. So that right there was a huge bonus. 3,600 RPM. It coughed a little bit when I first got it going. Kind of let it warm up a little bit. I took a reading. I'm like, wow, she's at 3,600. I don't have to touch it. I ran it for a few times. Power was low.
Hey, Arch, do you have a kilowatt meter, or what do you use?
Yeah, I do. I've had that forever, that thing.
Yep.
I burned out my good, I had like a Fluke knockoff I bought years ago when I was doing HVAC. And I burned it out like last year. I think it was last year, the year before, working on the van. I don't generally do this work anymore. I kind of got away from it. And now people all of a sudden are dropping off generators. I'm like, well, welcome back.
Yep.
I got a call tonight from a woman who wants me to work on her whole house generator where the automatic on isn't working, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to touch that. It was like a 4-cylinder propane powered
nice. Yeah,
like 30 kW, and I'm like,
that could be several trips.
But but not just that. That's automatically propane and switching and all that. I'm scared to death to try even touch it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know here they require that you have an electrician license.
Exactly, especially with an automatic transfer switch to the house.
Yeah, that's just it. It's the tie to the house. The permanent tie.
Yep.
That's the kind of thing. Oh, I just want to say that's the kind of thing that I think I was watching Farmcraft, right? So he'll get stuff like that because he's out on the farm, and he'll get stuff like that. And he had one more recently. Sets it up, kind of runs it. Feels, fooling around with it, and finally gets it to the point where it's like, okay, now I can bring it over to where he currently had another generator for this house and everything and his shop. He's like, now that I got it working, I'm going to hook this thing up. And he had to call an electrician in.
Yeah.
Right. Because they won't let you touch the rest of it. And he made a whole bunch of changes, but he got everything working good. But it was not like a drop-in thing. It required a lot of work, but he saved a lot of money. So And he made YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Jim, do you have an automated transfer switch on your automatic, or is it manual?
No, it's manual. It's because I don't have a whole house generator. I just have
Oh, that's
portable
right.
generators.
You got what? Yeah, but you got a 10 kW Honda? What do you got?
No, it's not even that. It's the 6,500 watt.
But it's the
Honda.
inverter, right? The Honda inverter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I use an interlock so I can legally backfeed my panel.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I want to put up. Yeah. Because I can take it. When during Hurricane Sandy, we threw together a bunch of generators because we were all caught, with our pants down, right? And for over 2 weeks, we had nothing here. They cut us off. We have the cross sound cable to you, Ken. They wouldn't turn it on because it could kill the fish.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
All that money spent on that, right?
Oh, I remember we used to make in one of our shops the fittings that went on those wires, the conduit under Long Island Sound. I remember in the 80s putting that stuff in.
Yep. So we had no power. I threw something together and I just backfeed from the shop into the house. And then this last season, I finished the upgrades, 200 amp on the house. I got maybe 2 feeds like inside the house. I got to get rid of them because we had knob and tube here. And in here, we had a transformer blow up a few years ago. And the light was on like orange and red most of the time. And we kept calling the power company, telling them, listen, you got to change this thing out. Yeah. Finally, one day I'm over here, I'm working. And I think I was even making a YouTube video and everything started to get bright. Then a lot of these little protection circuits, they were on fire. And I went into the house and stuff was burning in there and I'm running all over the place. I'm like, oh my God. Finally, I made sure everything was okay. Everybody's out in the street. And then you hear the can go and the neighbors are out in the street.
That's a hell of a noise when they blow.
Oh yeah. The woman with the air conditioner, that caught her house on fire briefly.
Wow.
What a nightmare. So what it did was it damaged one of the lands in my boxes out here. So I have 2 boxes. I set them up 220 and 120. And one of them was like frying and sizzling for like a year or so afterwards. So I'm like, oh my God. And it burned the breakers, burned the bus panel. So I had some other parts from the swap out, and I think I actually made a video of it. I went and swapped a whole bunch of things because they're basically the same, the Murray panels and everything. And I put it all back together again. It's a couple of fresh breakers, moved some stuff around, got the 200 amp, checked the wires and the connections. And I think it was at the end sometime of last year, I got all that done finally. And I'm like, the only thing I need now is some kind of a transfer switch and connection so I can safely plug in my generator and not have issues. Now, I have gas out here too, but from listening to you guys and James, I don't know if I want to do get, like natural gas into the generator. I'm not sure how to really approach that because it is a good thing possibly to use, since the pipes are here, they're out in the shop.
Yeah, it's good in the sense that for the average person, they don't want to have to worry and maintain 100 gallons of gasoline to power their generator.
Yeah, tell me about it.
You need a large fuel supply. So unless it's diesel or propane, gasoline, you have to stay on top of. And you want to have enough that you can run for, a week, 2 weeks, because you may not be able to buy any.
Yeah, because that's what happened.
We were talking about that the other day.
You could only get 2 gallon container. You could only get 2 gallon or 2.5 gallon containers. You had to be able to carry it. You stood online, and it was only what you could carry. And
8 pounds a gallon.
Yeah.
But we were talking the other day, Arch, about how long you should run before you change the oil when you have one during a storm. Is it 25 hours, 50 hours? What really is it? And James, you were saying too, shit, you run them all week. You don't even care,
I change the oil when the power comes back on.
Good idea.
But I check it, and it's always fresh oil starting. Power outage. And then if I have to run 4 days, I run 4 days.
Now, James, do you consider the operating temp time of year? Like, would you have different grade oils and just, if it happens at this time of year? Yeah.
Well, yeah, here it's usually not a problem, but if it's going to be I would keep it in the shade, for one, if it's warm and hot out. And if it's like 85, 90 plus, yeah, I would switch to a different oil. No, I usually use 1030. But yeah, if it's too hot, that's gonna disappear. It's gonna get.
Would you go to a straight 30 then?
I'd go to a 30. Yeah.
Hey, Arch.
Hey, Brett.
That generator, was that a vertical motor on that?
Oh yeah.
That's
Pain in the neck to work on though. I had to take some of the fuel out of the gas tank. I had to put some saran wrap around the cap of the gas tank, and then I kind of propped it up a little bit on a piece of wood so I wasn't over compressing it.
How do you take that rotor off since it's vertical? You got to like stand it way up and you go underneath it.
Well, you could do that and let it drop on you.
Yeah,
no, same way you would normally do it.
But you have to put it on end though.
On its end or face or side.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that. I'm like, geez, I hope I don't have to do a James on this thing. I don't know if I'm into it.
What, the water trick? The water trick or the long
all
rod?
All the tricks, because you're never sure what the hell you're going to encounter,
Power Mates too, they're a pain to get the rotor off because they use a tiny bolt. I think it's a bushing. It's a bushing actually. So when you drill and tap the threads, theoretically you could end up pushing the bushing out and not the rotor. It's a pain. Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, I hope this has become this. But it is what it is. He's very lucky. He's very fortunate. I have another one over there. Actually, I have two more generators, but I have another one of his. And I thought this might be better off for him just for now. I mean, the smaller one would be better for him in the long run on a constant use basis. But if this thing worked and it's in good shape, it's a big bonus, because it is a big generator and it can run his AC and his toaster oven and a bunch of other things, and he won't have to worry about browning out or anything. And as long as he doesn't overload it, because he's living out of his he was describing it. Basically, he's got a trailer home at this point. So that's essentially what he's living out of. But he's saving a ton of money. And a lot of people go into that. The economy is just in the trash.
Well, those mini homes, those are the ones that are like on trailers. Almost,
this is horrible. Well, I wouldn't mind one. I mean, my dream was to have the tiniest house possible and the most largest shop that somebody could possibly have.
Well, yeah, shop with a room above. That's it.
Yeah, like a loft. Yeah.
Yeah, a hot plate in the toilet. That's all you need.
Yeah.
I think
makes sense.
Have that dream.
Yep.
I mean, that is it. I kind of live out here. Like, I'm always out here. Like when Liz got me a couch and we were in the house one day, my friend Steve was over and she's like, why didn't you bolt the couch together? I said, why would I do that? She goes, because it's coming apart. Well, I'm like, I'm never in here. I don't go in the living room. What are you in here for?
Yeah, now the other day, Arch, I watched a video you doing on a Honda, and the boss lady come out there. You gonna cut the grass, lady?
Yeah,
yes,
that's my ex-wife. Yeah, yep. That's my ex-wife.
But tomorrow or Saturday, one of these days, I've got to go get 25 or 25 and a half gallons of gas. Now I'm like, I got two gas stations to choose from.
For the Craftsman.
Well, the Craftsman, the Poland, stuff like that. But the last time I checked, one gas station was 20 cents cheaper than the other one.
Oh, it's crazy around here. We have gas anywhere from $3.40 to $4.50 for regular, depending. I mean, like a 4-mile radius. It's
I just picked up 15 gallons recently. I do have two nice jerry cans. They're older ones.
Metal.
And I started cleaning them. They're cleaning the inside. I wanted to just do like a little video on cleaning the outside.
I love watching the history of those. The history of jerry cans.
I love seeing those. But just like videos like that. What do you call those when YouTubers do like a daily video? It's just
like a vlog,
Yeah. Just like like Arch's like shop vlogs. Like what does Arch do when Arch is not making videos for YouTube? He's making this video for YouTube. Like it's like, what do I want to clean and fix for myself? Oh, look, two nice old jerry cans. I'll clean them up.
Wait, Arch. Wait. We get to fix stuff for ourselves.
Yeah, right. Right. I know this time of year, it's all just mostly like incoming.
It is.
You know, people are calling. I got a UTV or whatever the hell it is. The guy says he got it from somebody and the guy did some wiring to it and it went on fire. I said, does the rest of it run and everything? He goes, yeah. Remember, I was just talking about this on a live show like a week ago. Like, no, you need the guy Ivan, right? He's the only guy that does electrical wiring on anything. Cars, you know, small engines. Like, nobody really wants to do the wiring on it. And when you try to do a video for like diagnostics and wiring, nobody watches it, the same as they won't watch a video on how to like prep out your pressure washer for the end of the season. Nobody does that. Nobody will watch it.
You know, I've got footage that I put together the fall right after I got that Simpson, you know, on how to properly prep that.
Prep it properly.
I never pursued editing that and putting it on YouTube. It's a little late to do it now.
Well, you could still do it, yeah, but no one will watch it really because they just don't think of it.
Yeah.
But anyway, this thing, it went on fire, and I said to him, I said, does it run? He goes, yeah, it runs. It seems okay. I said, all right, bring it over. It's just, to me, it's just wire. I got tons of MTW wire of all kinds of gauges over here and, you know, everything we need. Just bring it over. I'll take a look at it. If you want fancy switches and whatever else, I can put whatever, or I can just make it go. You know, so bring it over here. Let me look at it. If it starts, if it stops, and it's in overall good shape and the tires hold air, and I think he's going to bring it upstate or whatever. I'm like, I'll fix it. I'll make it nice here, and I'll put it on YouTube, and no one will watch it.
Yeah.
It's funny, you know. I was watching James's video real quick this morning because I didn't have a ton of time, and it was amazing watching where it has the views. It's like a clock ticker.
Yes. Well, James, if you did it, people would watch it because you have that kind of a base. One of the guys wrote before that if you made a video that was like an hour and a half long or something, people would watch it. Yeah, somebody in here just said something like that.
Yeah, I usually time his videos on cups of coffee.
Yeah. So that's different. But then you have a large following, and it's actually good to do like how to prep, how to store videos because you're offering something additional for people because you have their attention already and you're offering an additional service that they would not on their own go out and try to seek. But because they're watching you, they're like, oh, he says you should try this chemical and spray it in there. And it looks pretty easy. And it was a 10-minute video and I'm happy. You know?
But James, before I came over here, I had just finished watching your Swisher video.
Yeah, I haven't. I keep hearing about that. I got to watch it now.
It's a long video.
Yeah, what is it? Hour and 40, right? It's a pretty long video.
That's good, though. I like long videos. I watch Muskie.
But I was watching it. I had to watch it in parts because I was so busy at work today. And I'm like, why the hell did he spend all this time in that piece of garbage? And
the fixing of the engine was like nothing. The fixing... the neglect.
Well, you restored it basically.
Awful.
Yeah,
basically, yeah.
I heard it had like rat pee or mouse pee all over it.
I mean, it had a nest. It had a dead mouse.
Lord only knows how long.
But it's funny. I did a little fast forwarding, and I go toward the end and go, "The hell? Did you put a new frame on this thing?"
Nah, but you know, Brett, I bought a Simpson pressure washer at Lowe's.
Hey,
one day I was using it and the pump went out. So I called Simpson up. Oh, there's 3 dealerships in Millersville. So I called all three dealerships. Oh, sir, we can work on the engine, but we're not going to touch the pump. I'm like, then why are you a Simpson pressure washer?
Yep.
Yeah.
But lately, a lot of those pumps, the rebuild kits are as much as the pump sometimes.
Yes, that's in the video I did recently. I talked about that.
They make. When you see it where it says it's a AAA pump, that Simpson actually made that pump.
Yeah, that's what I have.
I've got a cat on mine.
Yeah, because I had the Simpson AAA triplex.
Yeah,
I could have
made that pump.
But like I said, I called all 3 dealerships. Oh, sir, we can work on the engine, but we can't work on the pump. I'm like,
excuse me.
What the fool are you damn being a Simpson? I ended up having to taking it to Northern Tool and Macon, and 165 and some change later, I had a different pump on it. I'm like, I can't.
Okay.
$165 for a new pump.
Now you see why when I bought mine, I want one of the prerequisites was the cat pump.
Yeah.
Now I know a guy. He had to rebuild. He had to rebuild his cat pump on his North Star pressure washer. Oh yeah,
that's true. The editing is brutal. Like I'm working on that video with Liz and I doing the diagnostic on our van, and it's all relative and pertinent. But an hour later, you're looking at it and you're going,
yeah.
And I showed her just a few edits at the beginning, like I did like a quick little promo, and I'm like, you see all of those lines in the editor? I said, those are edits. The whole hour that I have it cut down to now must be hundreds and hundreds of edits. And I look at it, I'm like, how do you even put this out?
Yeah. The editing, same thing. It's just,
brutal.
Hundreds of edits, and it's like if it's an hour and 40-minute video, if you're editing the video, you have to watch it several times.
Yes.
Like, last night it must have been like 6 p.m, and I'm like, crap, I haven't done my final edit. I haven't compiled it. I haven't uploaded it. I'm like, I got to get going.
Yeah.
That takes six hours between the watching it, the compiling it, the uploading it.
At least we're not doing it from tapes.
Oh God, forget it.
Yeah.
Well, that's how I started. Was when I started years ago, I had the High 8, which you had to connect to the computer. You had to have the special software. You had to spool the tape in real time. The software and the capture card had to work perfectly with Windows. And if at one point at like an hour long, if it just a minute before something glitched, you had to do it all over again because it wouldn't. Oh, sounds like I'm not doing it.
You build it one clip at a time. I used to do the same thing with Super VHS. And you literally had players that were in sync. You would mark the in and the out times, and then you would have the master tape. And it would cue everything up. It would rewind it maybe 10 seconds, start playing, and then it would record exactly where you told it. And I mean, it took a day.
Yeah, and you wanted to do it in small. And you wanted to do in small increments because it was more likely that you would be able to complete the file and have it, finish and be recorded. And then you'd like, okay, good. At least I got 15 minutes.
Hank, you're like me. I'm falling asleep.
I know. Ken doesn't like editing.
Oh, no. But it's funny. We got our buddy Tom is here from Australia. There's Tom. Vintage Engine.
I got to say, Hank, you've been doing more editing.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was on with Tom probably a month ago or so, and he was showing me on the software. We were doing editing. We took a video that was like an hour. We literally chopped it to like 18 minutes, and I was like, "Holy crap!" Nice? And he goes, "There's so much crap." He goes, "They don't want to see that. Audience doesn't want to see that." Blah blah blah. But I'll be honest. When I'm watching James, I want it to last 2 or 3 cups of coffee. I want to relax.
Yeah.
So.
Well, James, you have a relaxing voice. That lulls us into this stupor where we're like watching and we're like, and it's true.
Therapeutic.
It is. And some people have that. I'm annoying. I can't help it, so that's why I think I even just get nutsy now sometimes where if I just let myself go and I start yelling, I think that's better off because they wake people up. But I think if you actually can find a way to put somebody, I was telling my friend Liz this recently because we were talking about that. I'm like, I know this guy, James. I'm like, I don't think he puts people to sleep, but I think he puts them into a trance. And then they don't realize that they've been watching for the past 45 fucking minutes. And which is YouTube is like, they don't know if you're like, YouTube just looks at the watch time and they're like, wow, this guy, he's got to be good. Oh, yeah.
That's not only his voice, but when he was taking the mouse nest out, it's not like take it out and throw it in the garbage. He took it out. He walked over.
It's so methodical. I know. I like that.
I was expecting the mouse to jump out and attack me.
Right. Well, it's all just goes to style.
Yeah.
It is the style. But I said this from the beginning. I give you a lot of kudos because I actually talk about you sometimes when I talk about like doing better on YouTube and how to do it. But when you first started, and I often say this, the things you got right was the audio was clear. The shot, whatever camera, doesn't matter. You put the camera at the shot. And you got the shot, and there's none of this. Whoa, hold on, fellas, we're going for a ride. Right? It was shot, clear, well lit, could hear you, and the rest. And I said, and when he first started, I was telling my friend Liz, he didn't really know all that much. He did, and he was honest.
Right.
I'm like, he never lied and said, "Oh, I know all of this." It's funny, and even with that, I had a guy. I did this video a little while back on adjusting valves, and this guy's yelling at me. Well, I did actually ban the guy. He's telling everybody that I lied to people, and I said it was 3/1000ths of an inch. And I went to the section, and I said what the actual spec was. It was like 5 to 8 or something. And then on the screen comes a scroll of the actual spec in both inches and metric. Where did this guy get 3/1000ths of an inch from? Like, it's in their head. Like, some people are just this way, and you can't help them. And since he started to say things about your lady and everything else, I'm like, oh, you're banned. You don't get to say that. You're gone. So it really is this weird thing. YouTube is a very, very weird thing. But I think the honesty, you build it over time. I remember when you would get a new tool, and you'd be like, I got this new tool now. It's a leak down tester, fellas. Let's check this out, right? And I'm like, ooh, good, nice. We get to play with a new tool now, right? A little bit at a time, and it just you expanded your horizons, but it was just good from the beginning and simple. And I think that's what people really appreciate. So good on you, man. Definitely.
Arch, when I
Thanks.
first got that ultrasonic tank, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be so cool. Yeah. And then I do the test video, and then some guru decides to pop in and correct my grammar. Hey.
Oh,
yeah.
That happens all the time.
No,
The funniest one. What was
the
the funniest one? What was it like last week? We were hanging out, and he said, one guy said that we want to see your hands. You wear gloves too often, and I start going on. I'm like, oh, that's kinky. Do you want to see his feet too? That was funny. Wasn't a guy say that to you?
I've had every comment said to me. One guy corrected me last week, just saying, I don't say every word perfectly. Sometimes I'll say a word wrong. Even though I know how to say it right, it just comes out wrong. And I'm not going to film the whole thing again just because I said something a little bit weird. It happens all the time.
This guy got on me. Instead of staying on topic with my video, he goes, hey, doesn't the phrase, there's your dinner, belong to Terrell? Are you fucking stupid?
Yeah, but your diction, James, is very good, though. You have, I was watching something recently. I'm like, wow, his diction is very good, very straight. I'm going, I'm having brain farts and everything. I'm trying to say the right thing, and like that word's gone. I have to choose another one now. And then occasionally I'll use words that are really big, and I'm like, oh, that's no good. Nobody's going to understand that. So it can be hard. But, we don't write any of this down. A lot of YouTubers, as you guys know, they actually write it out and script it and everything. We don't do that.
That's true. I'm a one time.
I think.
Good night.
Who's leaving, Robert?
Henry.
Henry? Oh, good night, Henry.
No,
Good night, guys.
No, because me and Hank get up at like 4 a.m. So
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how you do it.
Me thinking that I'm not doing.
You're cutting out.
I am cutting out?
Yeah, say it again. Your automatic gain control is killing you.
Oh, I said I've watched my own videos back, and I always started out, hey Tubes, welcome back to Shop Talk. And then I'll go into my videos and I'll listen.
That sounds like James.
Listen to me and I'll rant, okay, so and so, this is so and so, and then I listen back one. Man, do I sound like a dweeb?
No, you don't.
No, I wasn't.
No.
Now, I'm on one time, somebody thought I sounded like Rocky Balboa, and somebody one time said, sound like you from New York City. I'm like, excuse me.
Robert,
sound like that.
Robert, where are you, Robert? We're watching your wall again.
But, but the thing is, you hear what you hear is what you play back. It's like, I sound like that. Like, yeah, got a problem with it, bitch. Be like, just say, people used to record stuff. I've done voice recording. I'm like, oh my God, somebody burn that tape. Or somebody put a video camera on me and like, better turn it around somewhere because I ain't got time for that mess. But now I make up a YouTube video. Boom. I load it up. You get what you get. You don't like it, you ain't gotta watch it.
Hey, Jim.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's true.
Yeah. Hey
But,
guys, I'm gonna give it about 5-6 more minutes or whatever because I gotta get to bed. I gotta be up in like 6 hours.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nah, but
It's
James,
fun,
I was
it's
thinking
definitely
about
fun.
that. That Swisher weed eater you was doing.
Are you going to use that, Jim, or what is that? I know you did it for content, but do you actually have an application for it, or?
No, I actually fixed a Craftsman just like it a few years ago. That one I kept because it's actually perfect condition. It even the bail controls when
When
the trimmer engages. Yeah, this one just spins all the time. It has.
I have to watch this thing.
It's not. I mean, it's actually good if you want to clear brush and trails, but I don't need it.
A lot of my friends use them on like ponds where the grass grows into like the water, just to get in there so they don't have to take their mower on an angle and get it wet.
Well, here's an idea, James.
Yeah.
Here's an idea. What you could do is you put a signature on it, James Signature Series, as seen on YouTube.
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter. No one around here watches me.
I was thinking about it. I think at one time Tractor Supply was selling Swisher equipment, but the way they keep changing stuff up. But I thought about it. I said, that reminds me. I have a Gravely 22-inch wheel weed eater, but the thing it was made by Aaron's, but it has the 6-horse that comes an enduro engine on it.
That's the one I have. I have that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Because Gravely, because Gravely is now owned by Aaron's, but I'm like, I tell you what, that guy, I had to have the carburetor worked on, but I tell you what, that thing, it don't play. That 155 line, you don't want to get in front of that. That thing will put a whoop on your leg like you ain't never had a whoop put on your leg. Yeah. And the mobile support is more.
With the wheeled string trimmer.
Yeah.
And
that was
DR thing, and then other companies.
Yeah, DR made them, but I mean, years ago, like I said, Swisher is one of the original ones, and I think the Craftsman was yours. What's the 3 digits on yours, Jim? That start out that one. Do you remember what the 3 digits?
Oh, I got the sticker right here. I never put it
because that'll tell you who the manufacturer was.
ST65. You talking about the engine or the actual Swisher unit?
No, what's the Swisher model number?
Yeah, it's ST65022Q.
Yep.
I was gonna say the Craftsman one that would start out with 3 digits, a dot.
Yeah, I'm just wondering. I'm going to look up the Craftsman listing to see if Swisher made them.
It's probably a MTD, depending on how old.
Maybe.
See you later, BS Small Engines.
See you, Brando.
The metal was really actually very heavy gauge. I didn't mention that in the video, but it was much thicker than anything you'd buy today.
Yeah, because they usually use 155 and then there's 175 weed eater line, but that 175.
Yeah. What's his name again, Ken? What's bass guitarist? Bass guitarist?
Yeah. Bass guitar is Gary. That's Gary Bernanke.
That's Gary.
Yeah.
All right, so he left. I think he said.
Oh yeah.
No, which one's leaving?
No, Brandon just left. BS Brandon, small end Brandon.
That's the one.
That's Brandon with the tool for the cables.
I'm sorry, I mean to interrupt, but just keeping an eye on the chat a little bit. I need my glasses though.
Oh yeah, I watched this guy the other day. Clean cut mowers, lawn care. Is Gravely through the hydro belt, and he said, "You talk about paying the butt to replace." I'm like, yeah, I don't know.
He says no. He says he's still here. BS.
Oh, Brennan's still here. Oh,
yeah, okay. I think it was bass guitar that was leaving. He says, "Cheers, guys, got to jet."
That was Gary.
Okay. Now I want to get back to the Simplicity Sunstar on the Sovereign. The Sovereign. Nice machines, old school, and they're just fun to restore, kind of, or not like a full restoration, but a working refurbish. I don't mind restoring them, but first, to me, like I cannot do like a full restoration. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not doing that. But I like the idea of going over it. If it starts to work really good and you can put it back into service, great. If you want to do a little painting, a little bit, make it a little bit prettier. But that's with the Sovereign. I said to Mike, a fellow that dropped it off, a friend of mine, I said he wanted me to rip it apart, and I was like, no, why don't we see if we can get this thing? Its life has been relegated to pushing snow. Why don't we see if we can give it back to that? He's like, I could use that upstate. I'm like, yeah, instead of ripping the plow off, let's just see if we can put it back to what it's been doing for the past 30, 40 years and see if it'll just do it again. Because it's made like it's tank.
Yep. Yeah.
And they're not around, you know.
I bet that thing weighs 1,000 pounds, Arch.
Well, the Sunstar does, but the Sovereign probably weighs about 500, 600, 700. I mean, it's heavy. It might even be deceiving. Like, it's made out of heavy gauge, and that transmission's a monster.
I think somebody bought Simplicity out, wasn't it? Briggs and Stratton.
Yeah, Briggs owns them now. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, Briggs is now a consortium. It's a bunch of money people.
But there's a lot of parts available. At least they were. Because I haven't heard from Zippo. I hope he's doing okay. I'm a little concerned about that. I hate to bring anybody's head down, but I am concerned. But he showed me, well, first of all, he set me up with all kind of PDFs, but he showed me a lot of parts that were still available. And
well, Briggs, I heard that the one reason that consortium did buy Briggs was because their parts business is doing better than their products.
Right, just like Wayne. Wayne sold all those
parts. They
parts.
charge so much.
Yeah.
But remember, they're doing the Murray parts, Simplicity parts. I mean, Briggs is selling a lot of parts.
Okay, keep them coming.
It's just like what Jim Jackson that does all them back in the
snappers, all the snappers.
Yeah. That's because they Briggs is kind of like
Briggs owns snapper now, so.
Well, they're starting a lot of snapper stuff. It's like, was it that snapper that looked like a turtle?
The turtles.
Stuff. Yep. Yeah, that's it. But I want to get my 3.5 snapper back, my little 20-inch high vac.
Nice.
That 13 horse Tecumseh Enduro engine on the ICXL. I tell you what, that thing, I couldn't believe that day I was cutting grass with it, and it had the original 11 horse Briggs on it. And like an idiot, I didn't check the oil, and I'm like, oh, snap. Here we go. Yep. Don't. All
right, guys, it's coming up on 2.5 hours. I got to get to bed. So I'm going to end it here. I want to thank everyone for showing up, especially James and Arch and Brett and Robert and everybody and Hank and everybody else out there. We did this just for the hell of it. It's a Thursday night. I called up Arch while I was having dinner. I said, hey, let's go live,
Sure.
But Jim, thanks for showing up. You always
I'm glad you came,
Thanks for having me.
And
good to meet you.
Everybody that's around here. We'll talk to you guys soon. Take it easy, everybody.
All right, fellas. See you later.
See ya.